talking about
last show
Kansas City.
we
We were
were
talking
talking
about
about I'm forgetting the word for it, but things that like theories, like
Oh, conspiracy theories.
oh yeah,
conspiracy theories.
conspiracy
There we
Conspiracy
go.
theories.
theories.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. There we go. It's funny that we were talking about that, and then we kick off the show with that big one right there. But um,
But I'm gonna tell you that's because of Giants fangirl. Shout out. That's because of Adriana, because all of a sudden, I don't know if you guys saw this, right? All of a sudden, I saw Coughlin speak all over uh TikTok, all over Instagram, all on my For You page, right? So I thought about it. I said, let me do some digging. You know, I'm on my lunch break, and I look at the record from the time he left, from the time Coughlin left. Hold on, and I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I got it right here. Coughlin left, like I said, January 2016.
yep.
2016, we went 11-5, 17, 13-3, 18, 5-11. And I'm just gonna go down the road: 4-12, 6-10, 4-13, 9-7-1, 6-11, 3-14, 0-3. What the hell?
I mean, at the end of the day, she's not wrong. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say she's
No, I
wrong
mean,
because she's not. But
if we're going off of facts, right? But that's the thing. She didn't even bring up numbers. I was like, let me see what we got. Let me see where we at right now.
but you know what, Sneaky though? I mean, we see Dallas. They just had a Netflix documentary about this, man, and it's just really just one of those cases to where like you never know what you got until it's gone, and it's it's easy to say, oh, you know, without this piece, we could do A, B, and C, or without the other piece. But in some cases, man, these pieces that you move on from, they can't be replaced.
And you know,
And
I'm gonna push back a little bit, not to you on what you said, but I knew what we had. I knew what we had when Eli was winning those games, when that Giants team from, I'll even say 06, before the Super Bowl in 07 till 2012. I appreciated those years because we were spoiled. I mean, I'm looking right here. 07, 10-6, 08, 12-4, 09, we had a down year, 8-8. 2010, 10-6, and then 11-12, 9-7 each. We were winning games. We were winning games.
yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why I knew what we had, because and you probably could testify with this. When Phil Simms was there in the mid to late 80s, early 90s. I was, but then when I found out in 93 when we waived Phil Simms because Dan Reeves came in, I'm like, oh, you know, at first when I know Giant fans, we don't ever say this name, Ray Hanley, when he came aboard after Parcells, I'm thinking he's going to take over like George Seifert he did with the Niners. Oh, was I wrong? Oh, was I wrong?
You must have been the only one that thought that.
You know, I mean, I was naive. I was naive because, you know, we still had Lawrence Taylor, Leonard Marshall, Banks. They weren't going on anywhere. We still had Phil
Yeah,
Simms,
but the
Otis
unfortunate
Anderson.
part, the unfortunate part about our line of work is no matter what we believe and no matter how we think on this panel, we could all think one thing, but if the Mara family does it,
Yeah.
then hey,
Well,
don't
and
matter.
again, that's why I'm saying I knew what we had with Eli. And when people were, you know, 2013, 2014, when people were calling for Eli to we got to move on from that, I'm like, be careful what you wish for. And here we are. We're on our second rookie that's going to be starting similar to how people let go Eli Manning. And I just hope, I just hope, and that I hope Coach Daboll lasts another year. That may be a hot take, Only reason why I say that is because I don't want another coach to come in and coach Dart completely different. I don't want a Daniel Jones 2.0. I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
No, yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I hope Daboll, stays. I don't dislike Daboll.
I mean, I think it's about.
Obviously we're gonna have some changes this year, especially at the defensive side of the ball. I don't think Shane Bowen will be here after that, but I don't know. For me, it's just like we'll know what we're getting into after this week. I'm not
Hold
like I
on.
said, I'm not expecting Dart to come out and change the game. I'm just asking him to do the bare minimum, which is limit turnovers and know how to read a defense.
I mean, but we talking
That's all I
about.
want.
What are y'all talking about right now? You just said you want more Daboll? You want Daboll to stay?
I'd rather have Daboll stay, yes, because I don't want another
My
coach
thing-
coaching Jackson Dart up.
My thing right now with the whole Daboll situation is what he's doing right now, what's to come on Sunday is going to be the telltale of what happens to Daboll. If Jackson Dart can spark some kind of ignition on this team and we get a couple wins out of it, it may just save Daboll's job. However, if we continue on this losing streak and end up with a record close to or the same or even worse than last year, I think Daboll's gone. As far as the Joe Schoen thing, I like Schoen. I don't think he's done enough wrong to be fired. I think he's had a bunch of good draft picks, more good draft picks than bad ones. And I think, if anything, he deserves at least another year if Daboll goes. But someone had said before that it may be a package deal. It may be.
I mean,
y'all are absolutely killing me. I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing.
But you got to realize.
I mean,
hold on 1 second.
I mean, if we want to go down this road of Daboll, no Daboll, you got to tell me who you replacing Daboll with before we get rid of Daboll.
I'll replace Daboll with a trash can and get the same results.
But I think
that don't answer the question, but I get what you're saying.
I think
as far as the Dart moving in this era, the Daniel Jones era and the Dart era, that's why I like comparing. There were two different things. Daniel Jones was moving in to potentially take over reins for what we all think is going to be a future Hall of Famer in Eli. That's completely different than coming in and taking over for Russell Wilson.
Okay, no, let me back. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is I don't want a Daniel Jones 2.0. I'm talking about 4 different head coaches, 5+ offensive coordinators through his 4 years of on the team, countless of changing offenses and just no continuity, no consistency whatsoever. That's what I'm talking about. But it's sad because it might. We don't know who the next coach regime is, if it's going to happen. But the possibility, it's great. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
I think Mara.
I can't believe. I'm sorry. I'm shocked.
Yeah, but Mara's at the point. I think Mara's just tired of paying players and coaching staff that aren't with the franchise anymore.
No, I get it.
It's a lot of dead money that he's been having to pay.
I mean,
so I think that's what kind of keeps Mara from cutting people off and giving them walking papers, because he's tired of having them on the books.
I mean, I think it's still too early to be having this conversation. We in week 3 changing our quarterback.
No, I mean, you're right. I think we're just look. I brought up I just brought up the forecast of what I don't want to happen. I'm just saying I want Dart to have the consistency that Jones didn't have. That's the only reason why I brought up what I brought up.
Okay.
That says just tuning in. What is the temperature in the room? Oh, it's hot. Yes, and we ain't even really getting started, Dash.
Hey, Dash, there's a reason why they ain't letting me talk right now, Dash. There's a reason why.
Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? You got the floor. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Go for it, my brother.
I'm hearing the craziest shit I could possibly hear in this moment of time. First of all, I honestly thought that everybody was in a but I will excuse. No, I'll throw everybody in the pot. I will just say this. There should be no ifs, ands, or buts what needs to be done with Coach Daboll. It is not too early. We need to get rid of his ass ASAP, and we should have been got rid of him. And I can't believe that there is even conversations from Giant fans that says either otherwise. What more do you need to see? Like, he is showing you who he is. Like, I just don't understand it. How does a Giant fan want to see more of Brian Daboll?
I
Hold
mean,
up,
it's true.
Emac.
Yeah,
Dayball.
I'm not in on that one. So
Emac, if you can get out of the backstage, I want to bring. I'm gonna bring up.
I just said what I think is going to happen if Jackson Dart plays well.
But
Yeah.
Dayball, he allowed the wrong staff. He got rid of Wink when Wink was helping him create game plans and show him a different side of the game. And it was working pretty good until they bump heads. And, the pride of Dayball just kind of, it kind of hinders the team. Why Hyatt ain't on the field, what's going on with him and Wink when Wink was in the building. Why isn't he allowing Thomas to really play more snaps, knowing that Thomas is ready for more snaps?
All right, Dash, go ahead and try and get on, at least in the backstage.
It's been, I think it's the inconsistency with Dayball with his situational football awareness. And situational awareness goes from the top to bottom. It goes to practice, roster, elevating talent. He wants to try to make players that never played a position play the position. He has a complex offensive scheme that he doesn't want to dumb it down. He knows he's going against defensive playoff teams, and he doesn't run 12 and 13 personnel more to help the O-line when they're struggling. And as you've seen some of these games when they ran 12 and 13 personnel, they were actually being, productive. They were moving the ball. And I don't understand why they go away from it. Dayball thinks that we're a shotgun team. We got Patrick, my homie Jordan back there, but we have Russell Wilson. He really isn't that. And we really don't have the receivers for that at the moment. It's like he forced the issue. He kept forcing the issue. He kept forcing it. And when you're a great coach, you got to look at your coaching staff. You got to look at your players and your roster and whose ability is capable of doing what
All right, Dash,
instead
go
of
ahead and try
forcing
now.
it. And I think Dayball he kind of shot himself in the foot a lot of these years trying to force things with Jones, forcing, Quadzilla out the door, just different things that didn't make sense because there's no reason why Quadzilla should have not have retired a Giant. And it's just crazy.
I mean, I get a lot of what you say as far as strategy, but as far as player personnel and keeping and who we shouldn't keep, I mean, you can't lay that all on Daboll. If that's the case, then Joe Schoen got to be a
Too.
part of that as well.
For sure. Yeah, it goes hand to hand.
Yeah, Joe.
And I just think we're talking about two different things here because when you walk in 2022 with all those veteran players, we had a lot of good talent on the team. So it wasn't hard to put that talent into something to make the playoffs.
I mean, they made the playoffs.
That's coming off Gettleman's horrible salary cap that Joe Schoen had not had to weed through since he's been there.
But 2022.
That's why I give Joe Schoen's props right there. That's why I give him his props, man.
But that also affects the talent on the field when you have to strip your roster down because you have no salary cap.
Yeah, but in 2022 though.
Let me ask you a question.
Look, in 2022, to my point, he ran a lot of 12 and 13 personnel. If you watch that year, it wasn't Jones shotgunning it out. The O-line was terrible.
He couldn't do that.
And that's my point. My point is he realized what he could and couldn't do, and he made the playoffs doing a simple task. The great teams in the league right now, they run 12 and 13 personnel early and often. Just last night, the Lions beat the Ravens running 12 and 13 personnel. Simple blocking schemes. Doubling the point of attack with 600 pounds of O-linemen on one play.
What did they do in 4th and 3? They put the ball in his stomach, pulled it out, and threw the ball.
Hold on, let me ask this. Which team was the more talented team, 2022 or this year's?
This year.
That's not even a fair question.
This year has too much talent.
So why
are we comparing Saquon Barkley and McKinney and Cat to a completely young team?
I mean,
that's not all right. Is this year? Are we all agreeing that this year is the more talented team?
Look,
yes.
Than 2022.
Yeah.
But Bowen is keeping the defense back.
So then,
I can't. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I can't really see that for myself because now, if we're going to compare that roster to this roster, I mean, obviously, what the first game was the Titans, which was a tough Titans team. Second game was Carolina. I mean, it wasn't as a tough Carolina, but we beat them. Of course, we lost to the what was it? We lost to Dallas, but then we beat a good Baltimore team. We beat a good Packers team.
We started off the year 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, it's like we lost once. I think we lost once. We
started out 4-0.
Yeah,
no, we lost the third game at home.
Oh yeah, to the Cowboys. Yeah.
So I mean,
2022 was a fluke anyway.
If we want to, well, I mean, if we're talking about talent on a roster, the best way you could judge talent is what's on the field. I mean, I know, Ant, you hate this term. On paper, we should be undefeated. But obviously, if we're going to compare, the two rosters, I got to go with 22 with what we produced in the win column.
That's no way. Okay. No way.
And to what I said, I said, though, that was a fluke. And here's why I say it's a fluke. Because of the fact that same team was put on the same field the following year. And what did they do? Absolutely
no, it was not the same team in 23. That was in 22.
They lost 2 players. That's all they lost.
We had a completely different line. We had a completely different line in 2023.
We didn't. We lost 1 player out of that offensive line. Go look it up. I'm telling you. We lost 1 player out of that line, and it was the dude that went to that came from Buffalo and went to the Niners.
Saquon wasn't there.
Feliciano.
Saquon left. McKinney left.
Then he retired.
Saquon left 2 years later than 22.
After the playoff season? We had him after the playoff?
Yeah, after the play. But I would say this.
McKinney and Saquon, last year was the first year we didn't have him.
Yeah.
You're right.
I would say this. Where I believe the Giants really first messed up when they fired Wink. I wasn't a supporter of Wink, but you had built a whole defense around being aggressive, blitzing, man-to-man coverage. You even got you picked your first round pick as a press man corner, and then you get Shane Bowen. You can't do that. What they should have did
exactly.
They should have promoted. I can't remember the guy's name. I think I can't remember the defensive secondary coach's name.
Grant.
They should have. I don't know if it was Grant, but
Pat Graham.
No, not Pat Graham. What was the defensive coordinator? He worked the secondary. It was the year everybody said Tay Banks had a good year his rookie year, and he was in the conversation. He was in the conversation to be the DC. That's who should have been the DC. When you switched up the defense and went to a zone defense, when you was a man press, blitzing, aggressive defense, that's where everything messed up.
So Keith, I love that point, right? I love that point. But whose fault is that?
I was just about to bring that up.
Oh yeah, that's the GM. That's the GM. No. I do believe
that's Daboll's. Because
that's both.
We seen the hard knocks when he was pleading for him.
Austin, I'm going to put you in the backstage real quick, okay? Real quick.
Here's why I can't blame the GM completely, because the GM's job is to get the players that the coaches want. So if the coach is coming to you saying, "I got to have this guy, this guy's our man," Wink wants him, this guy wants him. The GM has to look at it and go, "Okay, we're picking here. Can we make it fit in the cap?" The GM's more involved or more worried about the money aspect and what he can put on the field. But Daboll is the one that has to pick these guys. Wink at the time is the one that has to pick these guys. These are the guys they got to work with. That's why I constantly said, and half of you can attest to this, I've said completely since the day Wink left that Tay Banks is going to fail because he's a compliment and the biggest part of what Wink did with his defenses. The minute Wink was gone, Banks is gone.
I want to pause real quick. I want to pause. Like, I hate to change the vibe in here. I'm going to try and get as many people as I can in here. I got a great problem tonight. So if you're in the backstage, please be patient. I got you.
Linebacker play for sure has suffered from Wink being gone.
Oh.
Well, H-Town, you brought up a really good point. And I mean, first off, I want to thank you so much for supporting the show. You've been in the comments 24/7. Thank you. for your time being on the show. I had to get you on. But you should know what I'm about to say. Ann and I, we talked about Banks multiple times on how we
the environment,
on how we lost the first round pick that year because we picked him up, and then the following year we fired Wink, and now we got this prevent zone defense. Now I want to do a little hot take real quick. If we would have had the high potent offense that we thought we were going to have, this defense wouldn't be too bad.
I mean,
it's tough to say.
let's talk about right now.
Wink?
Why are we about to talk about right now? About time.
You mean
okay, obviously the wins ain't showing it, right? But without me looking at the numbers of what were ranked, and it only takes a couple clicks.
I mean, defensively, we're terrible, man. We're giving up. We're second to last on giving up passing yards, rushing yards. We're like top 5 in that at the bottom of the list. We're giving up the most.
Oh, yeah.
We're like
I
number
digress.
7 at the bottom of the list of giving up points a game. We're number 5 at the bottom of the list with rushing yards. And
hold on, H-Town. Hold on. I stand corrected. I was wrong. We're 24th in points, and we're 31 in yards.
And what week we in?
Shut up. Ain't nobody talking to you, Smooth. Ain't nobody talking. No, we in week 3. I digress.
See, I'm going to look, man. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and ignore the fact that this all leads to this coaching staff, but mainly Coach Daboll, man. It all leads to that. And I don't understand as Giant fans, like, how are we not understanding that by now?
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I
get that, and I'm
I don't, hold on. I just want to say this. Let me just say this. I want to say this because it's further than just week 3. It's further than that.
It's been
Like
years.
it started way before this.
It's been
Like
years.
for the BS to trickle down to this year is so disheartening. And it's a slap in the face to every New York Giants fan, man, to see this product that is on the field. So no more blame game for anybody. I don't want to see the blame being put on nothing outside of the common denominator, which is Coach Daboll. So anytime I hear a conversation out of that, I'm ready to argue. Let's go.
When you say Brian Daboll, you mean his staff too, right?
The staff that he picks, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure. Look,
I want to
I'm
rattle
sure.
TP. I want to rattle. I'm going to change something. I want to rattle your cage again. Daniel Jones.
Oh Lord.
See, Sneaky, you trying me tonight. See, Sneaky, you really trying me tonight.
Now, hold on. Yeah, I when I was coming up with, I wanted you to come on this show, TP, not to pick on you, but I like the insight, and Big Dash, I like yours, KC, Jalen, I'm gonna try and bring you all. Daryl, I see you, Mark, I got you. I'm gonna try and bring you up here too. Daniel Jones, and you were on the show when I had said this multiple times. Didn't I tell you? This is when Belichick was coach. Didn't I say we're going to let go of Daniel Jones? He's going to go. I said he was going to go on the Patriots, and he's going to ball his ass off. Did I not say that, Ant?
Yeah.
So what Jones is doing right now is no surprise.
Y'all about to piss me off.
Talk about it, Dash. I'm right behind you.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't surprise me at all what Jones is doing. Okay.
Oh my God.
But all I'm gonna say is a broke watch is right twice a day.
Nah, don't do that.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't hedge your bets by making that comment. Don't hedge your bets.
I'm just all I'm saying is I'm not now. I think it's an overreaction to say he's an MVP candidate. I think that's an overreaction, in my opinion, because it's only 3 weeks in the season.
I'll let everybody go first.
That's why I'm getting up front, and then yeah, I'm definitely gonna come to you, Pete. But I'm not shocked with the type of success that he's having. But with Jones, I got a little leeway with him. I was rocking Jones when he took over Eli. I was rocking him, and you know what? I'm happy for him. But he's not on the Giants anymore. I'm sick and tired of everybody posting stuff on my TikToks talking about how Daniel and Saquon are doing. I mean,
Don't forget McKinney.
that's just they only mentioned those two. I would have. I wouldn't even mention Cat too.
Players back from '85 that left.
I would have mentioned Cat too. Cat Williams. I would have mentioned him too. Right. But look, another man's trash is another man's treasure. Are we forgetting about Brett Favre when he left Atlanta? He was the third string quarterback in Atlanta. I'm even going to go further back with that quarterback that went on the Raiders that won 2 Super Bowls that was drafted by the Patriots first overall. Anybody? MVP?
Say this again. They played for who?
He was drafted by the Patriots.
Okay.
And then he went to the Raiders and he won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders. He was MVP of one of the Super Bowls.
You must be talking about like 80s.
I'm talking about Jim Plunkett.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Someone said Rich Gannon. No, even Rich Gannon.
That's all
I'm saying is
Gannon went to the AFC.
It doesn't surprise me when a player leaves a team and balls out on another team. It doesn't. That's the name of the game. That's what happens.
That's why people leave.
Yes, to get a fresh start.
Wow.
But the question
Go ahead,
is,
Go ahead. Go tell Daniel Jones. Go ahead. What do you got for me?
What's the question?
The question will be is with the roster we had with Quadzilla and Jones and everybody on there. The question will be is, do other franchises staff like the Ravens, Bills, Steelers, those staffing coaches, if they had that same roster, if they have the roster we have right now currently, or the old roster with Quadzilla in them, do those staffing coaches, bring more production to those rosters?
What's that? What staff?
See,
Just
can I go?
The Ravens staff.
Okay, so that's been my whole Daniel Jones take, and I like talking to y'all because if anybody knows, it should be y'all. Now, when the whole world was against this take, and I was called all types of names and delusional and all this other shit, it was easy for everybody to have that simple take that, oh, Daniel Jones, everything bad about the New York Giants is Daniel Jones. What made me so upset in that time was that, yes, Daniel Jones, it was bad quarterback play. I always said that. But what made me so upset is what makes me upset to this day. The bigger piece of the pie for me has always been this coaching staff because they did not help Daniel Jones at all. They did not create a scheme that catered to Daniel Jones' strengths either. Said that. So on top, it clearly is true because we see
we're good.
We see it being done over there with Indiana, and now everybody's sitting here acting like, where does this Daniel Jones come from? I remember y'all telling. Hold on. I just want to finish because then I'm gonna be quiet and y'all could say whatever. Because I remember y'all being the ones telling me, "Oh, he can't throw the deep ball." What are y'all talking about? I said, "What are y'all talking about?" Y'all said all of these things that he couldn't do, and week after week, I was just like, I just can't believe that Brian Daboll and staff is being just sweeping by. So. Why I be so passionate about this is because when I'm on the island by myself talking this shit and y'all be thinking I'll be like super crazy, and then stuff like this happens, it's because of that. And see, now everybody's finally slowly hopping on the train, and now everybody's putting a flashlight on Coach Daboll, and I'm like, well, I've been saying this.
You on your own train with the Daniel Jones.
Hold on, TP. Don't forget, TP. I had your back when we was defending Daniel Jones.
So
I had your back, but hold on a sec. I just want to read this comment. Sean Jackson says DJ also playing in one of the worst divisions in the NFL. The AFC South is a joke. Remember, I called it the AFC Soft.
Y'all make so much excuses, bro. This is crazy. First, it was the first game. First is the first game.
Wait.
He played the Broncos.
Hold on, TP.
That's the only one. That's the only one.
Hold on. Answer me this. Name one AFC South team that won the Super Bowl. Okay. Like I said, Wait
care
until
about
the
that.
Colts play the top team in the AFC and NFC. Now, I didn't say the second part was what Jackson said. I just said that they're playing in a soft division. And who they got in that division? The Jaguars. That's it.
Texans, Jags,
Wait,
Colt, or
and they're all horrible.
That don't even matter.
So,
Hold on. Did you say what team in the NFC South has ever won a Super Bowl?
AFC. I thought you said
AFC
AFC.
South?
AFC South, yeah.
The Colts.
The Colts.
Yeah, they got one.
Did they win it? Were they the no? Yeah, they were the South,
Hey,
right?
man.
Yeah.
All right. So, can I go, please?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Take off, Dash.
All right. So
Anyway, I'm just kidding.
So one of the main things that Daniel Jones said when he was talking about Shane Steichen was how he simplified the offense. That's out of the horse's mouth. They simplified the offense. They made it clear. Second point is this. Look at the stat line for the running back for the Colts too. So what best helps a quarterback is having a good running game, right? And then when we say we never put him in a position, what did we do the first time we had him in 2022? We simplified the offense, and he had a Pro Bowl running back. So that's exactly what's going on. But I will say this: the Colts' offensive line is better than the Giants ever had. That's one thing. And nobody ever said that he can't throw the deep ball. He wouldn't throw the deep ball. That was the problem.
But that you may have said that, but that is not true. That is not true. They said he can't. I'm not saying you said it, but they definitely said he can't. I know for a fact they did.
That's fine. We knew he could throw the deep ball because there's enough Darius Slayton highlights to see that he could throw the deep ball. The problem was he became gun shy. And that's clearly an issue, and it could be the offensive line. Again, he doesn't stand alone by himself. But now, when we look at the Colts and who the Colts played so far, because again, it's a lot of blue Kool-Aid getting passed around. They started off with the Dolphins. We already know who the Dolphins are now. Then they had the Broncos, and I was like, yeah, that's that Broncos defense. And then we kind of see what the Broncos are now. And then it was the Titans, and we absolutely see who the Titans are now.
Thank you.
And guess what? Looking at their schedule right now, I got it pulled up. Next week, they got the Rams. Then they got the Raiders. And they got the Cardinals. Then they got the Chargers. I don't know where they ranked as far as strength of schedule, but it don't look too bad. Then they got the Falcons. Like he might take them to the playoffs. He might absolutely take them to the playoffs. But let's not be fooled about what we're seeing here. When he came out of his own mouth, he said Shane Steichen simplified the offense for me.
And I'm gonna say this one thing. Let me say this one thing. Look, I want to see Daniel Jones when he take his first hard hit, because I'm guaranteed he gonna turn into a pumpkin. The clock gonna strike 12, and he gonna turn back into a pumpkin. He gonna have them big eyes when he doing the media interview, and it's gonna be all that all over again. See, he hasn't got hit yet, y'all.
He might
so
not.
Let's wait until he gets hit. He might not, but I'm betting he is. You know, he still has that neck. He still has a neck injury that he is still trying to protect. He has to protect that for the rest of his career.
And then also, I'm gonna step to the side after this throw. The other thing is this: is that at some point in time, Daniel Jones is like you said, he's gonna turn into Daniel Jones, but. Wow, I lost it. Go ahead. I lost. I had a thought. Man.
Okay, but let me go back. Hold on, let me go back. What did you say before that about Daniel Jones?
No, it says they said. Oh, that's my point. I found my point.
Okay, go ahead.
The problem was after 2022 when you try to expand and stop simplifying the offense, the boy folded, and that's it. Right now, it's the honeymoon. It's the honeymoon right now. That was it.
I mean, during these last couple games, if y'all watch Jones' film, he's taken some hits and made the pass. He's definitely made the pass.
He is tough.
Are you still there? Okay. I remember you mentioned that Daboll had to dumb the playbook down for Jones.
12 and 13 personnel definitely.
And remember when I pushed back on that? I'm like, I don't know about that. But is it? I mean, that's my question. Is it
okay? So my question is this, because maybe I'm missing something, right?
Well, no,
we're saying that it worked.
Well, my question. This is my question. And I'll step aside. When Ann and I had this conversation, and we talked about how Ant mentioned how Daboll had to dumb down the playbook for Jones, but now I'm hearing Dash saying that the coach simplified the playbook. So is it simplifying the playbook or is it dumbing it down?
It's the same thing.
I know exactly. So then who's at fault right now?
Plus we got to take into consideration.
oh
we got to
my
take into
God.
consideration what Daniel Jones said of what last week when they asked him about the difference between playing for the Giants and the Colts. His subtle answer was, I have receivers that get open now, and I got time behind the line. If that's not a shot at the Giants, I don't know what is. Mm-hmm. And how many years are we going to have to say O-line, 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 O-line? Everything boils down to this O-line. Daniel Jones has proven it. Saquon Barkley has proven it.
We use that as a scapegoat too. Patrick Mahomes didn't have an offensive line. He took him to the Super Bowl.
Patrick Mahomes is a different breed of quarterback.
Okay, so I'll break it down like this. Where did the Colts head coach come from?
Philadelphia.
Came from Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts. What did they do with Jalen Hurts when they decided to put Jalen Hurts on the field?
What are they still doing with Jalen Hurts?
Is Jalen Hurts the offense or just a part of the offense?
He's a part.
What does Daniel Jones currently do? He's a part of offense. I'll make this a collective question. Do you guys want your quarterback to be the offense or a part of the offense?
Oh, part. I want him a part.
Yeah, part.
Man, listen, I'm
hey, this is fact. I see where you're going with this. This is fact.
Can I please respond? I'll let about 5 things go.
You've been waiting for a while. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because it sounds like simple math to me. Maybe I'm missing something, but y'all all are saying they dumbed it down for Daniel Jones. If you dumb it down, you will find success. So why not continue to dumb it down?
Because it only goes so far.
No,
that's
but
the
it's
problem.
working now. But it's working now. So how?
And it worked for the Giants.
It's two parts to that, though. Again,
but it won't work in year 2. It won't work in year 2.
Why?
That's all I'm saying. What happened year 2?
So what year is this for Daniel Jones? This is a whole new thing now because
no. What I mean is if what you're saying on it worked in 2022, why didn't that work in the following year after we made the playoffs?
Because of the fact that Mike Kafka and Brian Daboll tried to throw different stuff in. They figured
exactly.
we can do it this way. Now we're going to try to advance him in that.
Okay,
exactly.
He didn't advance. So that is a who problem is that?
A coaching problem.
Coach.
All right. What are you talking about?
So all right. So let's. I'm gonna ask y'all a real question. How far does Daniel Jones taking the Colts?
Don't know.
Like when we get to the playoffs, when we talk about the Ravens and the Chiefs, even though the Chiefs are where they are right now, and the Bills and the Chargers and the teams like that, what are we saying?
Thank you. Let me answer that.
Contenders now? That's what we're saying.
Divisional.
No. So what I'm saying is this. Because this is all I care about.
I keep hearing about MVP talk.
So listen, I've said this in the offseason. All I care about is what he looks like compared to us. And right now, y'all keep talking about these first 3 games and all of that. Can we beat those 3 teams that he just beat? Like, I'm looking at it compared to us.
Yeah, we should have.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
We could beat the Titans 100%.
I hear y'all.
Yeah, we could have beat the Titans.
I'm sorry, guys.
I think it's in a different lens.
I'm not that guy. Like, I can't sit here and throw out hypotheticals. You cannot tell me for 100% truth that you know what the team is going to do next week.
But I think it's in a different lens, man.
There's things called what are the games called when a team out of nowhere beats a team with a great record? What do they call them?
Trap games.
Thank you. Trap games. They happen all the time. That doesn't mean that team's any better.
It's in a different lens, though. Like, this is what I think everybody kind of misses, right?
Any given Sunday.
Look, it's always every given Sunday, and the 12, the players on the field and all that, right? But this is the part when Jones went to Vikings. O'Connor helped him see the game differently. And then when he got with the Colts, Steichen already has that platform for him. So if you watch Jones throughout these first 3 games, just watch every play. Like, I've watched it. Like, the dude, his pocket awareness is different. His confidence is different. His trust in anticipating the throw is different. He'll stand and even take the hit.
Why is that?
Deliver.
You got to explain that to me, though. Why is that?
I feel it's coaching. I
Everybody
feel
gonna
Thank
say
you.
He
it's
has a
I
Right.
coaching.
feel
line.
It
that
all goes down to
I feel
coaching.
that it's
He has
it's
a
It is
coaching.
line.
coaching. It's
But
It's
coaching.
coaching. You
well,
see what
if
I'm
I'm listening
saying?
to the argument though,
Because
is are we arguing saying that our coaches are good? Is that what we're arguing?
no,
That's
the
not the argument, right?
Daboll, unfortunately, they did that only 1 year. 1 year they realized in 2022, they
Dable is
said
Daniel
bad. That's
Jones been with
that,
us for 6
Right,
seasons.
right.
and I'm not a Daboll guy. So I'm just saying that Daboll in 2022 realized, hey man, I can't have this dude behind this old
and I
line that
but
really
wait a
can't
minute.
block
But
and
wait a
try to
minute though.
have a Patrick my homie Jordan moment back
So
here and let him sling it out. I gotta, like you said, dumb it down and do a 12 and 13 personnel, help the O line,
We talking
run
about
the
an
ball
NFL
heavy with
quarterback who
with
can't
with
expand his
Quadzilla.
playbook, and we blaming
but
That
Cam.
is that.
Dable
What
Let's
are
Dable
we
go.
wasn't their
talking about
first
here?
coach.
My
So
Dable
my
let's say
wasn't
point
their
that
is
first
Shane
coach.
the only
Steichen,
point
right?
I'm
Hey guys,
saying
hold on,
is
hold on. We
the
got to
only
talk one,
the
you know,
only
one on
the
You're
one.
only
talking about
point
Steichen with Minnesota, right? You're talking about how he helped Daniel Jones, right?
O'Connor helped him in
Or
Minnesota.
O'Connor. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And
So,
then he went with
so
Steichen, and Steichen is not far from that type of coaching. He's
okay.
not he's not far off.
So let
So
me ask
those
you this.
coaches realize that what we got to do with Jones, we got to help him feel comfortable in the pocket. We got to let him understand that his movement and his awareness in the pocket. If you watch Jones this year, he keeps his eyes up. He's not putting his eyes down. He ain't sitting there trying to run out the pocket like he usually do. He don't
Because he
hold
got
on
an
to the ball
offensive
like he used
line.
to. He's recognizing the defense. He's recognizing the
Because he
open
has an
receiver.
offensive line.
Yeah.
All that
Whether O
depends on an
line or
offensive
not,
line. And I'll make the
what
example for you. Hold
the
on, I'll
Colts
make the
don't have the
example for you.
best O line
The
ever
Hold
coming
on,
out
example,
of
hold
this
on, hold on,
example
draft.
H
is
Town, hold on.
hold on.
H
The
Town, let
example is
Ash.
this. When Daniel Jones got drafted, who was his head coach? Pat Shermer, right?
Yep.
We all agree. When Pat Shermer was brought into the Giants, what were they dubbing him? The QB whisperer, correct? When they brought in Joe Judge, that's a different story. He's a special teams coach. When they brought in Jason Garrett to be the OC, another quarterback whisperer. We have a head coach now who's a quarterback whisperer. None of these guys did what you're talking about. These guys did with Daniel Jones.
And
Why
I
is
agree.
that? Because there's no
I agree.
offensive line. You can make
Mm.
you can make a Trent Dilfer out of by giving him an offensive line.
And a
But the
defense.
offensive line was trash in 2022.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
just
saying,
about to
though.
say that. What do we? You keep talking about the offensive line. We made the playoffs with a makeshift offensive line in 2022. We talking about O line and coaching. Well, we
Because
got a
that line
quarterback who
is
couldn't
that
expand his
line.
brain.
I will take that line over any other line that we've had since then.
But you know
Scheme and
what?
play
I'm
calling.
gonna say this though.
Today,
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. This is the difference between 2022 offensive line and beyond, right? We had Barkley. He had an outlet to go to. I don't even know how many touchdowns Barkley got in that 22 season.
Right.
He had an outlet to go to.
It was
And
a
when
run
you
heavy
take
play action
that away
scheme.
Okay,
from
and
him-
again, I'm going to push back on 2023 or
hold on.
2024.
I know, but hold on. But then when you take that away from him, and you know, especially last year, look, and we can even have the argument that Barkley wasn't even in the mindset in 2023. He didn't want to. That was his tag year, possibly. That was his year out. That was his one and done year. He didn't want
And
to
the
be there.
scheme was different though too. They
Yeah,
tried more
the
shotgun.
scheme, the mood, everything changed from that playoff year up until now. What happened to Hodges after then? What happened to Hodges? Hodges was getting the ball in 2022. Now he made the practice squad, and you mean he made such a decline from 22 to
He
23?
still ain't made a roster.
Scheme and play calling is everything, man.
Hey, I want to say this one thing. Whoever said what they said about Steichen and Daboll, how they coach the team, they cook, because that's the truth. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts is part of the team, and then you have what's the kid, Josh Allen. He is the team, and that's the way Brian Daboll coaches. He wants the quarterback to be the center of attention. You got to be the man, or
That
the
was my
team
whole
will fail.
point.
The
yeah,
team will fail.
Do I need to unmute you? Okay, sorry about that. I
Scheme is
thought you
everything.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Casey.
Hey,
So
Keith,
I just want to say TP is right. I'm sorry.
Okay, about what?
my brother.
Daboll has had ample opportunity to utilize the talent that he has on his team, and it just does not seem like he's doing it.
Who argued against that?
What?
Who argued against that?
What are we talking? I don't understand what we talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I wasn't
I'ma
arguing
tell
against
you.
it. I was just saying whoever said that they cook because it's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Not you, Keith.
Mm.
Hold on, I do
Okay,
want to
okay.
catch him up. I do want to catch him up
Who
because
said that Daboll was good?
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know because Dash she wasn't on here when there was when they defended talking about give Coach Daboll. They want to see Coach Daboll buy more time, and that's
Right.
kind of how this kind of smoked up. So it's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's in the room. That's in the room. I just want to put that in
mhm.
there so context.
I
My
It's
didn't
fault,
because
say
y'all. Go
that.
ahead.
Squeaky said give
And
him
I
one
said
more
that.
year because he didn't want to see Dart go through the same situation Jones went through with 4 or 5 coaches, 4 or 5 offensive coordinators, and then for Dart not to have the opportunity to develop properly.
That's why I
Yeah,
think
and I
Daboll's
stand by
going to be
that.
back next year.
I
You
almost
But
wanted to
saying?
punch a monitor when I heard that.
do you keep him? But do you keep him and basically retard his development?
No,
I mean, if
listen,
I
I'm
Like,
was
with you guys.
Mara,
I'm with you guys. I think he needs to go. But
if
you got to
yeah,
consider the situation, the whole situation. You don't think John Mara's saying to himself, I don't want to do the same thing with Jackson Dart. So he's
right,
got to give Daboll a chance. So it's
right.
going to go beyond this year. Now,
So
what
It
happens
is.
after next year? I
I,
don't know. I'm not
I
saying
think
it's going to
I
happen,
think
but
John
I'd
Mara
say
wants
it's
to
a
get him out.
55. I think there's a 55% chance that Daboll comes back next year.
So Cat,
Nah.
wow.
I'm
They
guilty.
they they done made John Mara look like a fool too many times. There's too many players that left and won
No,
championships.
no,
Saquon,
no, no.
Kadarius Tony.
We
So,
John,
talking. All
well,
right,
Oh,
Tony got
don't
Tony.
even
Nah,
talk about
Right,
Tony.
Kadarius Tony.
Listen, I'm
That
just saying
was
he won a Super
right,
Bowl.
Joe,
I'm
right.
guilty, right?
But he's not in the league. Go ahead, Dash. Go ahead.
So I'm guilty. I missed the beginning of the conversation, and I absolutely don't think that Daboll should be saved by Jackson Dart at all. And the one thing I'll say is this: we've seen a lot of quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, his rookie year, his coach got fired the first year, and then they brought in what's the dude Staley, right? And then he got fired too. He made it through regime. It ain't about saving Brian Daboll. Now Brian Daboll threw a Hail Mary today. I'll say that. He pushed all his chips to the middle of the table,
it was
and,
his
and,
last
and he's
option.
and he's betting on Jackson Dart.
Facts.
So
look.
Facts.
if that fails, I don't care if he looks bad.
I mean,
You don't get another year.
Just okay. Can
I'll
you
be
guys
honest.
answer me a question?
What's up?
Position by position. Who out of the 3 teams that we played, who were we less than
say that. I said I couldn't hear what you said.
What do you mean?
talent
I heard.
wise?
As a total, or
Who are we worse than?
Talent wise, who
Who are
were
we
we
less
better
than?
or worse? Talent wise, were we better or worse than the teams that we played?
I know where you're going.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
definitely
But see,
on a lot of positions because
hold
the
on.
quarterback position.
I got to say this. See, that's the problem because of the fact that we didn't win a game. It's easy to say that the other team was more talented than us.
No, that's not what I'm saying though.
No.
I'm
And Sneaky
saying
missed this point earlier too.
talent wise, we were better than these teams.
Not quarterback
You're
wise.
talking about on paper.
Yeah, but at the
On
one
paper,
position
sure.
On paper.
position that we needed to win games didn't show up.
Because we don't do the little
What
things.
position? What
That's
position?
not for the Cowboys game. He did show up. Just saying.
I mean, all
Right.
those
That's why I'm
teams.
asking. What position?
We have been out coached
Yeah,
Thank you.
each
I
game.
Thank you.
agree.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
But then again, you got
Yeah,
to think about
I agree.
those other teams. They didn't play their A game against us. They let us in the game. A lot of
So
those
us
teams,
not
if they
converting.
executed better,
Wait a minute.
we would have got beat way more than what we
My
got
TV
beat
must
by.
be broke. We
Hold
must be
Okay,
watching
hold
two
on.
different things.
We could dissect each game and we could go talent for talent, position to position. But I'm going to reflect mainly on this last game against Kansas City Chiefs. Look, when you go 1 for 10 on third down conversions, you're not going to win games. Our offense couldn't even stay on the field. And then, of course, we could talk about the penalties against Dallas. I mean, we could argue that's a coaching issue. We could say that. And the lack of offensive production against the Redskins. We was in the game.
When Hudson should have been pulled and he wasn't.
What, in Washington?
Nah, that was
No, and against
Yeah,
Dallas.
well,
It was close.
I'm going game by game. I'm going backwards. I'm
I'm
going
just saying.
from
The
the
biggest
was
problem
cold
with
open the
right
Russell
now is
Dallas.
discipline.
Russell Wilson
There's no
throwing the ball
discipline
away
on
on
this
a fourth
team
down.
whatsoever.
Well,
Russell Wilson throwing the ball away on the fourth down. What was
That's
that?
I
I
mean, we
mean,
could all
it's
agree.
all coaching,
Yeah,
but
Thank you.
it's a
Thank
bunch
you.
of hands in that pocket. In that pocket.
everything can't be coaching.
Hold
Everything
on, hold
can't
on,
be
hold,
coaching.
hold on. So I want to get to this point, Smooth, because the way you had a lot of emotion when you just. So which part are you focusing on
We
as
can
far
focus
as?
on if we want to talk about. Okay, so we got a veteran quarterback who can't get off his first read, and you telling me that's coaching?
Oh no,
he did wrong.
I'll
Russ
say
did
this
wrong.
part though. I'll say the route concepts outside of the Theo
Thank
Johnson
you.
when he threw it over his head. When we get in the red zone, do you see the route concepts? When everybody's to the right side of the end zone and nobody's out to the left, except for the first game when he missed late.
We talking about. I'm talking about the whole game. We talking about isolated. We talking about just that. Or we
But that
talking about the
happened a
whole
lot
game?
of times. That happened
Well,
throughout
And
each
then
game a
the
couple
biggest play of
times.
the game didn't happen because the ball, the Russ got hit. That one that got deflected. Malik Neighbors had dude beat on the right side, going
I
down
think
the
that's the
sideline.
one
Right.
that Theo didn't block that corner coming
Yeah,
off the side.
that's the one with Theo.
I got next, bro. I got next.
Go ahead, Keith.
Okay.
You good? Go ahead.
And
I
let
mean,
me go after Keith.
all right.
Let me go
you
after
Yo.
you can go back to the one.
No, I'm gonna talk about coaching. Look, first off, you gotta take your points. That's coaching. I don't care what anybody
Yes,
say.
We
sir.
ain't got no kicker.
Yes, sir.
We
No,
didn't have a kicker. Our
no.
punter was our
Hold
kicker.
on, bro. Dallas, we could have won that game. Take your points. That's coaching. I'm just naming the times.
I mean,
Brian
I can push back
Daboll.
on that too because up until that point we ain't had nothing. So we had no offense. We get down there, we ain't score at all. So
But that's also why you take the
but
points.
that's why you take the points, my brother.
and
But
if he converts, then we talk about the same thing.
hey, you know, if it was a fifth, take your points, man. Just take your points.
You
Okay.
gotta take the point.
And Graham Gano getting injured for the third time. I mean that's a joke. Listen, we ain't never prepared. We ain't never prepared. How does that happen 3 times, Joe Shane? Brian
Think
Daboll,
about
how does that
this.
happen 3 times where you don't
Hey,
have a
to your
kicker?
point, Ocho Cinco kicked the field goal one time. So come on now.
Yeah, but we ain't got Ocho Cinco. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm just
We
saying
ain't.
to your point. To your point,
Yeah,
we don't have a backup. We don't have
yeah,
a backup plan.
we ain't never prepared. That's
Well, we
coaching.
do
That's on the
now.
GM. That's on everybody.
I mean,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
do now, but
You're right.
not
So,
lately.
how many times
not lately.
Graham Gano warm up and pull a muscle? Like, come on,
Every
like
year.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Dropping 2 picks is coaching too.
What's that?
Dropping 2 picks is coaching too.
I mean, it could be. Get him on the
fumble, that's coaching too.
Dropping
get him on the jugs, man.
Not when it hit you in the hands.
Mm.
But he's a known ball.
Drew Phillips showed up last week when CD was running his mouth and let a receiver that would probably be a third receiver on any other roster destroy him.
Hey, all those penalties and undisciplined players, that's coaching too.
Yeah.
The sad part about it is everything we're talking about comes down to coaching.
Look,
Preparation, coaching.
you telling me against
lack
the
of
Chiefs,
evaluating talent.
the Chiefs had two safeties high the entire game. You couldn't do anything with that offensively.
Kafka,
they had
that's definitely. I'm definitely on Kafka ass because his play calling is terrible. Anything is a go route or a check down.
I mean,
or a screen at the wrong time.
Like,
I mean, to circle back on the Chiefs game, we all saw Russ's second pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
That little underthrown ball, kind of lob ball, 50-50 ball for Neighbors, right? The one in the back of the corner of the end zone right before halftime.
Yeah.
Well, Malik,
If he would have thrown that ball 5 yards before, it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, I heard
because he had him beat by 5 yards, and Russ waited for him to get to the back of the end zone to throw the football.
It's because he can't see. He's too
He
short.
can't.
But that's a problem. Again, it's still a problem.
Yeah, and what happened?
And that's not a coaching problem. That's not a coaching problem.
In the story, we suck. Period. Doesn't matter who the coach is. Doesn't matter who the players. We suck. Period.
Man, I just feel like that's the scapegoat, man. We can say it all across the board, man. Russell is not what we need to have back there. He can't see down the middle of the field.
I mean, let's face facts here. Everybody knows why Russ was brought in. Russ was brought in to be nothing more than a bridge quarterback. I mean, can you
Right.
guys sit here and tell me that you honestly expected Russ to take us to the promised land? Because I
Nah, I
didn't.
can't expect nothing.
No, I
Russ
didn't.
was
So
he
that's the
was 0
point.
and 5.
But I
before he
expected him to
came
win
Can
a
I go?
couple
Can I go?
games.
Can I go?
All right, hold on.
Go
Bottom
ahead.
line, the reason why we got Russ was because they did not know how the draft was going to play out. They didn't know who they were going to get as a quarterback in the draft. Now that being said, let's talk about Dart, the new era. My question.
I just wanted to make a. Go ahead.
What you want? Do you want to say the final word?
Oh, get over it,
Before
TP.
we
You're
take
right. We're wrong.
Go ahead, TP. Take
No, y'all
over.
go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I mean, do you want me to move on, or do you want to say something what we were last talking about?
I wanted to wrap this whole thing around with just saying this, right?
Go ahead.
And I've said this before, but it's not necessarily a Daniel Jones conversation that I was really. It's not Daniel Jones actually, but he just so happened to be the player, and it still remains to this day. Do players have a piece of the pie? For sure, players have the piece of the pie. But to me, I just see it as the coach having the biggest piece of the pie. To me, I don't watch these games and don't say that Coach Daboll doesn't own the biggest piece of the pie to it. So we can name things like players, being undisciplined at times or not catching the interception, not recovering the fumble. Those are very well true, and I can't argue that. But the coaching errors outweigh all of that to me. I think these players are bought in. Well, I don't know about now, but they were bought in. I think they were playing with an intensity that I wanted to see, and we were let down by our coaching. So that's it.
Situational play calling awareness.
And I'm gonna say this about Jones too. Say what you want about Jones. He himself admitted that he did not make enough plays in that interview, and I appreciate him for being accountable for his actions. But now we got a new rookie. We got Dart starting this week because of the failures of Daniel Jones. Now, I'm not shocked by this decision.
Russell Wilson.
I've said it too.
Russell
I've
Wilson,
said it.
yeah.
I said I would not be surprised if he's not in the Chargers or the Saints game. I would have rather have, we went on this magical run and we didn't see him till Vegas, after we clinched the playoff spot. Okay. I hate the fact that right now we're playing in October and our season is almost over. I got to give a shout out. Somebody said that on Instagram. I didn't make that up myself. Now, my question to the panel is this, and Dash, we're going to start with you on this. I think we need to be realistic and have low expectations with Dart. However, should I anticipate, not expect, should I anticipate a win this week?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Not at all.
I'm asking the question.
That's about
Chargers
the only
are too
person
good.
that'll save this season.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dad.
So I wouldn't expect a win. I will expect the play call to be a little bit different because they're gonna run a different type of offense. You're gonna see more RPO. You're gonna see the quick game. That's what Dart does. You're gonna see the shotgun. You're not gonna see him under center. It's gonna be called differently. But nah, we talking about the Chargers right now. Now I won't say never, but as far as expecting it, I'm not expecting it. No.
Now you said RPO, so then I have a follow-up question for the panel, but I'm gonna start with you, Dash. Are we gonna go over under 2 with illegal man down the field?
Oh,
I hate that.
jeez.
I mean, is that fair?
I'm trying to think.
I'm already with the negative juju, boy.
No. I'm being
That's
real.
cold blooded.
I don't think so. I think under.
But hold on,
called for.
Am I wrong to ask that?
I think
No.
under. Dart gets the ball out of his hands fast.
Okay.
He does.
He's decisive. He's decisive. He goes from his first read to his second read pretty quick. He's not
fairly
shy.
quickly. Yeah,
He's not a
most
player
definitely.
that he doesn't hold the rock. He likes to see if something's there. If not, he's gonna go to the next one. And he's an intelligent player. His acumen is there, so he knows where the next receiver is gonna be, and he's gonna anticipate that throw. That's what's good about him. What's good about him is his anticipation. He's on some Drew Brees type of anticipation with the gun arm slinger of Josh Allen arm. You know what I mean? He's not quite a Josh Allen just yet, but once he puts more
Guys, I'm
muscle
gonna
on
put you
him
in the
and more
backstage.
strength, he's definitely gonna show some Josh Allen type throws with his athleticism, moving the pocket, resetting the pocket. See, the problem with Russ, he didn't reset the pocket enough, and the coaching staff didn't
Sorry
realize
about that, Daryl.
that he's Russ was just
What's
good
up?
with a good running back and with rolling out and moving the pocket for him, but that didn't happen. But Dart, he's gonna make that happen. He's either gonna see the first two options if the ball in the air is in the air and it's ready to go, or he's gonna tuck it and run. I just hope he doesn't get injured running the ball. That's the part.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's the scary part.
I,
Ant, what's your thoughts on Dart?
We'll see. I mean, honestly, we'll see. That's all I can say.
You were so monotone with that answer. You're just.
You know what it is? Honestly, I'm tired of like trying to predict things. It's just you got to show me something. I don't want to make predictions. I want to show me. Again, it goes back to on paper. On paper means ass. I want to see on field.
Casey, what do you got, man?
I mean, so I'm with Dash. I think that the offense is going to look different. But if the play calling doesn't get better, if they don't play some situational football, it's not going to matter. Dart's the new shiny toy. They don't have tape on him. They don't really have film on him. He's going to be able to do some things, but again, the play calling's got to be better. Really, I just want the offense to stay on the field a little bit longer so the defense isn't out there all the time. But I think we're going to see a different offense, but I don't know if that's going to equate to anything.
Right, because that
Sanu,
defense
what you
is
got?
still trash.
What's still trash?
The defense, the way they've been playing, the secondary. I mean,
The Swiss cheese D.
They're tired. They're tired from being out on the field the whole
The
time,
Swiss
bro.
cheese
man,
D.
watching film. Bowen does not put the secondary in the best position.
That's
Fib,
true.
Yeah,
Fib
That's
has been
true.
playing at an
But this,
all-time high. Fib
I
looks
got a
like
little.
a Hall of Famer.
I got
That's
a
what
little bit of
Fib.
pushback though. I got a little bit of pushback though because I understand it. Like it's easy and it's warranted to blame Shane Bowen for a lot of this because he's at fault for definitely for the alignments. But when we look at these games and we actually like the defense early in
Kept
games,
us in the game.
Mark,
at
I'll
least
get you next
yeah,
time, man. No
exactly.
problem.
Kept
Yeah,
us
I
in the game.
understand that part.
Sorry,
I
Mark.
understand that, and I
Yeah,
ain't
and
taking
then
it away from them.
they're
okay.
tired. They're tired. They're
But going
tired.
against the Chargers team that pounds the rock, and we can't stop the run, that's not going to
Well,
equate
well,
to
now the Chargers are dealing. They don't have Najee Harris anymore.
Yeah, and their offensive
Amari,
line is banged up too.
yeah, and Amari and Hampton has not had the best start. Who's their third running back? I can't even remember. Is it Dobbins?
No,
Dobbins, right?
Dobbins is in Denver.
Yeah,
He's in
Dobbins is
Denver
in
now.
Denver now.
Who's their third running back then? I can't even remember now.
And then on the defensive side, I
It
think
was Blake Corum, but he's gone now
Mack
too.
ain't playing. I think he's going to be hurt. Khalil Mack's going to be hurt.
Yeah. He got the wrist.
Yeah, he's gonna be out for a little bit.
So that's
Hey,
going to help.
Sneaky,
yo,
can you drop me and let Jay in?
Yeah, I could do that.
All right, thanks.
This game could really be a Giants win as in a trap game. It could be the Chargers trap game.
This could be a Kansas City all over again with the opportunities to score the ball, to go up. I feel like it'd be the same
I don't think it's
situation.
going to be the same game. It's going to look totally different. You know, Russell Wilson was able to do only one thing is just throw the deep ball. They never threw the ball across the field
I
or
don't
up
mean
the
in that
seam.
sense. I meant,
Well,
that's not what I meant.
but see, and that's the
I
problem.
mean, I know what you meant, but I'm just stating I'm just going back on ways of earlier in the conversation where you were just talking about what Russell Wilson was able
I
to
want to hear
do
him
and what
finish
the
his
play
point
call
though. Let
was.
him
Did I
finish his
just see
point.
that?
Hold on. Say what?
Zeke Elliott is the Chargers running back?
Nah, he retired. Zeke retired.
Nah, I don't think he did.
Hold up. Okay.
Nah,
I think Zeke
might
might
check
be
the
their
Carfax on that.
running back.
Yeah,
Good evening, Jalen.
Somebody check that out real quick.
If that happened, it happened today.
Yeah, he is. There's people in the chat saying he is. I could look it up. Well,
They
Sneaky's
must
looking
have
it
just
up.
picked him up.
But yeah,
They got him for pass pro.
I just meant we gonna have. I think it's gonna go. We're gonna have opportunities either to win the game.
It really is
in that sense.
And these players don't believe in this coaching staff. I don't care what nobody in this chat room says.
Nah, you ain't
I don't think anybody.
These men does not respond to this coaching staff. You can't tell me that they do.
What do they?
I want to say this.
There's no adjustments.
Go ahead, TP. Dash, I'll go to you next. Go ahead, TP. What's up?
So I want to say this, man, because I ain't gonna lie. I hear a lot of me and y'all, man. I'm gonna be real with you. The optimism, the hope is damn near sad, y'all. Like, I think ultimately, man, it's just not enough this week. It's just not enough because offense is one thing, and then you have to worry about the defensive side, and then it's just okay, yeah. Let's say the play calls do change. The play designs, though, have been terrible. Like, unless these major things change, which I don't see it changing, there's just no world where I could see us, man, really seeing the full potential of these guys, man.
No, it has to change because, again, Russell Wilson played under center. It's certain concepts that you run under center, certain depth that the quarterback has to get. When you go Jackson Dart, you're not going to see him under center. It's going to be shotgun. It's going to be RPO. It is going to look different. Execution is going to be the big question, though. Can they execute?
Yeah.
And I talked about expectations. Now I want to talk a little bit about Jackson Dart and what he can do. What he does automatically is makes the defense respect the quarterback being able to run, but they also got to respect him taking the shots deep. So that's one thing. When it was Russell Wilson, you had the deep ball, and that was it. And that was it. So the defense will have something more to think about. Not having Khalil Mack is going to be a factor for them because guess what? They got rid of Joey Bosa too last year, and he went to the Buffalo Bills.
Later not being there.
Yeah, that too. So I think that we'll see the center. The middle of the field get attacked more. You might see more tight end because Jackson Dart likes using the tight ends. You're going to see more of that too. But ultimately, like I said, do we have enough offense and defense to try to get this game? Now it all depends on how this.
Can I piggyback off that?
I think. Hold
on. I got one thing to say too.
Okay.
One thing that I'm concerned, and I want to jump on what you just said too, about what San Diego don't have and what we need to have as far as execution wise. What about adjustments? Mm-hmm. Are we gonna make adjustments like game time adjustments during the game?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, that's my problem. We're not making any type of offense or defensively adjustments during the game, and that's what I think is hurting us. But as a coaching staff, I'll say, and I'll stop by this. As a coaching staff, we cannot be stubborn. You got to change the plan if plan A don't work, and they just keep forcing that deep ball. Look, Kansas City, they was covering Neighbors like a blanket. They was on him white on rice.
So we talking offensively? We talking about defensively?
I'm talking about defensively.
Defensively.
He couldn't get no yak yards. I think he got one reception, and he didn't get that in the second half.
He only had two catches.
He only had two
catches. I'm sorry.
And they both came into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And I'm just like, we had. I mean, did we run any short routes with him? Did we run any did we put him in slot? Did we put him on the weak side? Did we line him in tight? So. No, we didn't make no adjustments whatsoever. And defensively, how many wide receivers was wide open down the field in the middle zone pocket? I mean, how many? Again, I just want to bark on this. Game time adjustments. That's going to be huge, and I have yet to see it this season out of the 3 games.
On man coverage, though.
So
we did, yeah.
So Sneaky. So that's like my big thing. Is that's a great point, including the adjustments. But when I say like the play designs, it's like, okay, yeah, the plays will change, different personnel, but the genetic makeup of who these coaches are, like, I still don't see that these coaches are going to be able to put out offensive plays that have any type of wittiness to them. Like, I still think that the play designs are still going to be weak. Like, no excitement. Like, I still don't think they have that bag. So I think that is going to be the same. And so, like, until they show me otherwise, which they just fail time after time to do so, I just don't see it. again, I don't think we have a roster problem at all. I really don't.
So I agree with that second part too. I don't think we have a roster problem. Obviously, there's some places you want to clean up some things. I'll say this: when in 2022, when we saw Kafka first got here and just with some originality with the plays, he was dealing with a quarterback that was also a running threat, similar to what Jackson Dart is. Jackson Dart's not the same type as Daniel Jones, but also when you think about the running back now, Tyrone Tracy's gone for a couple weeks. We're going to lean on Scatterable heavy this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's again. Well, Turbo probably get called up. I mean, I can't see it not happening.
Didn't Turbo sign with a different team?
No, he's still
he's on the practice squad.
That was Dosick, your tight end.
You're right. You're right.
But so I do think that there's going to be, again, the scheme is going to be different just because of who's going to be at quarterback. The creativity is going to look a little bit better because of who you got at quarterback. Again, he can do more things than Russell Wilson. So it's still a wait and see. I'm not saying that I can guarantee it because we can't guarantee anything. But it might look like it's more creative, but it could possibly just be better execution.
But honestly, I don't mean to cut you off, but honestly, when you watch the film on the last 3 games, you watch all the offensive plays, Russ missed a lot of open receivers. Russ, he did not let the play develop. Russ was trying to bail out too fast.
Off his first read.
I understand all that. I understand. I'm just saying that he didn't let go of the ball when he should have. He was on the wrong read. He wasn't going to a second read. He wasn't resetting the pocket. He wasn't trying to take, time and stand in the pocket longer. Like, it was a lot of receivers open. Like, if you put Dart in the past 3 games and you let Dart run the offense the past 3 games, I believe Dart would have made more offensive production because Dart, like I say, he goes from his first read to a second read real quick, and he knows where he likes to go, and he can read defenses, I think, differently than what Russ does at the age he is right now, because Russ just ain't trying to, get put in the hospital. He ain't taking them hits like he used to. So a young Dart, he's gonna take that hit. He could see the field better. He gonna stand in the pocket a little longer. He gonna move and reset his feet and reset the pocket more than what Russ ever thought of doing. And I believe that I just wanted to say I believe Dart, if he would have started the season, we probably would have had more production with Dart, honestly.
I think we'd be 3-0. I think we'd be 3-0. I want to piggyback off him because these 3 games, we was in all 3 of these games. All 3 of these games were winnable games.
Now,
I do believe that our defense was just on the field a little bit too long.
Mm-hmm. And then again, our team, we don't do the little things.
Now.
Did he break up?
Preseason is nothing, but it really is something because it shows you if he could really play, and the kid can play. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to show you that somebody can play football.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's still against vanilla defenses, though.
I don't care. I don't care. You playing?
That's a total different line.
You have to play what's in front of you, bro. You have to play what's in front of you.
I don't think Russ is a good fit for this. The way this O-line plays, the way these receivers play, and the way the play calling is, I don't think Russ is a good fit for it.
So I have a question.
The mindset stays the same.
Hold on. I have a question because I'm hearing all of this Dart praise, right?
Praise.
My thing is. So why didn't Dart start game 1?
Because we got dumb coaches. Because the coach is dumb.
They paid Russ all that money. That's why. Yeah. So
Russ didn't get paid a lot.
No,
Russ didn't get paid a lot of money.
You're going to make sure he's out on the field at least 2-3
days. Russell Wilson's on a rental fee. Okay.
Go ahead. I mean, I'll tell you why they didn't throw him out there. Because they didn't know what the offensive line was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Fact. Now that we done had 3 games and we've seen the offensive line, not spectacular, but we're able to get
it's workable. It's workable.
And then as soon as Andrew Thomas came back and we saw Andrew Thomas, and I was surprised by it. He looked like he didn't miss a beat.
Hold on. And he was on a 25 catch count, 25 snap count.
Yeah,
Like
he was
after
on the
those
sideline
25 plays
mad.
was done, he was out. They
Hey,
put him
Sneaky
home.
Dash. It looked like the man could have played all the whole game though.
Yeah, Thomas
Yeah,
was on the sideline mad that they didn't let him
He
play.
was.
But
Hey, listen. Thomas was over on the left side cooking. You hear me?
he was
He
doing good.
was. He was.
they played it smart. But look, man. Hey, I think y'all in here being gun shy, man. Look, hey,
About
pause.
what?
But listen, man. I'm gonna tell you what. Look, man. After that game, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even watch the whole game, man. I had to dry my eyes. I had to take about 2 days. I had to rest. I had to, have a dinner with the wife. But I'm back, and I'm
My
telling
boy
you,
said he was crying in the corner.
yeah, no, straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Cry in the corner.
Jackson Dart gonna start. We gonna beat these Chargers. We gotta do it because I said it. We gotta do it. And Jackson Dart gonna save the season. I said it.
And you want those bragging rights for your co-host too.
No, facts. We can't lose, bro.
I
We
feel like we
can't.
got some
We
tweaks
can't.
that we need to. I just feel like our team is not as worse as everybody make it seem like. I just think we got PTSD and all the trauma, all the bad shit that happened the last 6 to 8 years, and I just think we putting it too much on this team.
It's true because a lot of these errors throughout the first three games are fixable. To your point, you know what I mean? A lot of these errors are mental, are technique problems, are play calling issues, and especially with defensively, and then your quarterback that is kind of hindering the offense. So it was some issues, and we had some chances. You know what I mean? We had chances to take them games, but we just don't do the little things right consistently.
I
Yeah,
can point. Go ahead.
Well, no, I just want to say this. You're right about the chances. We were garbage in week 1 in the red zone.
Still had a chance to win the game.
We had a chance to win the game in Dallas. It took us 5 quarters, which it shouldn't have. I mean, when you damn near got a field goal kicker that could kick it 100 yards across the field from field goal to field goal, and we couldn't stop a cold, and then we got to throw a pick at the end of the game. And then and say what you want, we were competitive defensively with the Chiefs the whole game. This is not the same Chiefs.
Listen, I can point to 3 things in that Chiefs game, and it's way more than that. The first thing that probably changed the way that game looks is the Bobby Okereke play. The scoop. That's one.
Man.
I gotta throw some shade at Carter, Abdul Carter, when Mahomes
closing out Steph Curry.
Yeah. What was it? Hand in the face, like that.
Get the man on the ground.
That PI, 70 yards downfield.
Yep.
Carter should have just laid Mahomes out on that play instead of sitting there with the 3-point defense trying to blind him. And then actually 4. A Daboll, the 2 drop picks.
Yep.
2 drop picks that ends those drives. And again, it was 9-6.
Yeah.
9-6.
And it should have been 6-6 going into half.
It was yeah. It definitely should have been 13-6 with the Bobby Okereke scoop and score.
Yeah.
And Mahomes won that game with 3 separate plays. He won that game with that scramble. That scramble, he threw it deep, pass interference.
Yep.
He won the game when he evaded the rush and gained that first down with his legs.
Yep.
And then that other play where he actually completed it downfield to that receiver.
Those are back
3
to back
plays.
Yeah.
3 plays.
I
Giants
hear,
just gotta
I
have
hear
Carter.
oftentimes we refer to Russell Wilson when it comes to the lack of red zone opportunities. Like, this is the thing, right? And I'll refer to this Chiefs game. I do think that ultimately Russell Wilson has to give your receiver a chance to make the play. So I'm not really trying to defend Russell Wilson in that, right? But I'm looking at these choice of plays or these play designs that we chose to execute in the red zone,
They were
which
terrible.
was terrible. Nobody was open. Like,
They were
I looked at the all 22, and I'm just sitting there like, where's the ball going to go? Now, again, I'll just say this for people who didn't hear me. You got to give your receivers a chance to make the play. I know if I'm a receiver and you do that, I'm going to be pissed.
They didn't even
But,
have one receiver running a slant. Not
but
even one
man,
slant.
I mean, it's just, and this is just the Chief game I'm talking about, but and all of those games, man, it's just like we just fold in the red zone when it comes to play calling. Like I just
Like a sheet of paper.
that's
You know when we didn't fold.
My thing is when Russ gets down near the goal line, he becomes the Russ that lost Seattle the Super Bowl by not handing it off to Marshawn Lynch.
Was that his audible?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
The ownership wasn't gonna let Marshawn get that ball after he acted up
because he
during
would
all
have
the
been
press
MVP
conferences.
of the
Nah,
Super Bowl.
I don't want to hear that.
All them press
You got the
conferences,
Super
bro.
Bowl,
He
and
kept
the
saying,
guy that's
"I'm
been
here
the
'cause
guy
I
has
don't
been running
wanna
all
get
over the
fined."
field, has been killing people all over the field, and you mean to tell me ownership didn't want to give him the ball? That's the
Hold
most
on,
Absolutely.
but
ridiculous
It's
thing I
Ed,
called
ever heard in my
pride.
life.
but
It's
Ed,
called pride.
you know what I wonder? You know what because I've been trying to figure this out, and maybe one of y'all could help me. Does he have the okay to audible in and out of shit? Because I'll be looking like,
About Russ?
yeah,
He audibled in the Chiefs game. That
He did. It was
QB
supposed to be
keeper.
Yeah.
That was audible.
That was audible.
That
And
was
it was another
terrible.
audible
That was terrible.
That made me
that was
so
when
absolutely
neighbors went in
terrible.
motion. When neighbors went in motion and he was on the right and he was gonna go for a go route, but then he audibled into a run play. That's why neighbors was pissed off because neighbors was like, "Man, I'm about to go deep and beat this guy," but for some reason Russ turned it into a run play.
Then
Listen,
if Russ has the okay to audible in and out of things, man, there has been times where he's just absolutely just effing up like completely. Because I'm looking at this like, no way. Like this is clearly a time where we should open it up, or opposite. This is clearly a time where we should, hand it off to scat. Like it's terrible. So if that's the case, then yeah, that goes to Russ and not coaching, and yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, Jameis Winston would have probably gave us more production, man. And he throws the ball to the other team more than he does his own team.
Yeah, but he'll still give you 500 yards a game. Now, speaking of the quarterback play, I got to bring something up about the San Diego Chargers game and Raider Aaron. Now, this is coming from a Raiders fan, and from what I'm seeing, Herbert this year is playing some serious ball. And Johnson, I think it's Quentin Johnson, who was
Johnston.
TCU. He played with TCU and came to Chargers. I mean, homeboy was laying bricks his second season.
His hands were bricks.
Now he's catching them. Now he's starting to be dangerous. I wonder if Shane Bowen, I believe, this may be a hot take. I think we could probably cover him man. All right, but I know he's going to go to zone a couple times. You got to switch it up. I get that. But I think we could cover Quentin.
The problem is going to be Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen coming back to the Chargers has been the key. He's been the key to that offense getting how it is. That his route running is precise. He's always open. Even while he's blanketed on defense, he still gets that little extra inch and ends up catching that pass. He just knows where the open place is. He doesn't give up. And him coming back to the Chargers has made their offense look what it is. Has helped Herbert a lot.
I mean, we going on a rabbit hole with Herbert. Herbert ain't been knocking off MVPs and winning Super Bowls. He in a 3-0 start. He playing great, but we're not gonna act like this is the next coming of Tom Brady.
No. Come on. I'll definitely
I think his coaching has allowed him to look better.
Yeah, I'm not. I would not. I mean, shit. I wouldn't even say Mahomes is next Tom Brady. That's an over reaction about Herbert.
If we speaking about now, he's looking phenomenal.
All I'm saying right now, look, that pass he threw across his body, rolling to his left. Dash, you're gonna like this one. Being a quarterback like myself, that's not easy to do. It's doable, but it is.
It was a 40-yard pass.
Yes.
But the Chargers have some holes.
He's always been doing that.
He's always done that. Are you talking? He's always done that.
Who, Herbert?
Yes.
Yeah. But
Herbert,
the Chargers have some weaknesses. The Chargers have weaknesses. They O-line's pretty banged up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so if Shane Bowen can dial it up, that right side is pretty weak because I think they moved Joe Alt to the left tackle. Mekhi Becton, they don't know if he's coming back from concussion protocol. I mean, we can do this. You know,
Denver should have won that game.
we have a chance.
I remember.
B Murphy got a point in the chat.
Who?
The
Hold
B
on,
Murphy.
we talking about Allen and Johnson.
But see, the best thing
Don't
we need
forget
to do,
about they have who? Todd who? Oh, McConkey. Yeah,
we gotta
Yeah,
keep
facts.
Herbert from using his legs. We gotta keep him from using his legs because when he uses his
Put him on
legs,
the back.
man, that dude, he just has he keeps defenses on skates when he uses his legs. And last game,
Facts.
he didn't use his legs last game.
Yeah,
No,
he's definitely.
he rode. I only saw the highlights, but I do remember him when we played them last. Herbert did roll to his right and threw a nice bomb in the end zone
right before halftime.
Oh,
yeah, I remember that.
Last
That
time
one
he
hurt.
2021.
Yep.
And Dex, you were wrong about that game, by the way. That was in Los Angeles. That wasn't at MetLife.
It wasn't in MetLife? Okay.
No, bro. I checked.
All
But
right.
see,
That's right. We were in San Diego, weren't we?
but see, I want to see Carter.
Yeah.
I want to see the coaching staff allow Carter to be a game disruptor. I
You
want
gotta be aggressive to do that.
Carter.
But you also got to figure out
go-
where you're gonna put him too. You can't have him one day at linebacker. You got to pick a spot and let him.
He got to be
challenge that
downhill.
spot.
The guy just needs to be downhill. He has a knack for the ball. He has a knack for where the ball's going and where the QB gonna be at. And when he plays free like that, he's at his best. But when he has to think about, oh, I got to drop back in coverage. Oh, I got to do a QB spot.
Man.
It just doesn't work
Yeah.
well for him.
I don't like that.
I don't like the way they coach him because
No.
they coaching the aggressiveness out of him. We see it.
You
We
know
saw-
what I
we
want to
saw with
see?
Mahomes.
I want to see. I want to see him. I want to see Thibodeau, and I want to see Burns just do a mad dog blitz. You know, and you sprinkle a little Dexy sexy in there.
If
Shit,
our
even
DBs,
put Nacho. No, Nacho. Is Nacho still out? He's still out, ain't he?
He can
if
stay.
our secondary was
They
that
had
good,
Alexander playing a
press,
couple
I
plays
mean,
this
me,
week.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
got
mind
snaps.
sliding Tibbs inside, just like they did with Tuck, putting
and
Carter
put
on
Carter
one
on the
side,
out,
Burns on the other, and Dex in the middle, and let's have a
right.
party.
And
Yeah,
then
but, Owen
if
ain't
our
smart enough
DBs
for
could
that.
press,
Yeah,
though,
I
man. I
Bowen
don't
ain't
know
smart
why they
enough
don't
for that.
got Banks on the field, man.
He
Because
rather
Banks is one of our best press covers.
Bowen would rather put Carter in the inside, and you see Carter. I mean, Carter is fast, but he ain't strong, man. Like he's
Not yet.
quick. Yeah, he
No,
he
he's
definitely
not.
needs some sand in his pants going into next season. But like Bowen makes my head hurt because you do things to try to scheme up Carter, but you take away from Dexter Lawrence. Like, what are we doing here? And Dex ain't look like Dex yet, if we're gonna be honest here.
He's out of
And
football
I think
shape.
a lot of that has to do with where they're playing him. He's still playing less than 50% of the snaps
He
at
ain't in
nose
football
tackle.
shape.
Well, didn't they say Dex was hurt? Like they
He
said
ain't in
something.
football shape yet.
Well,
He ain't in
his
football
elbow.
shape.
He had some. Not re-injured his elbow, but he had some issues with his elbow this past game.
It's just lack of preseason, lack of practice, lack of
Yeah.
preseason. You know, this is
He
like
ain't played since
literally,
he missed 6 weeks last year.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is his preseason.
Yeah.
So,
But
you know what I mean?
they also playing him. They're not playing him
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't
nose.
like him at end too. They put him at end. They moving him too
Ridiculous.
much.
So
Yeah,
when
he needs to be over the center.
because even when he beats the guy in front of him at the 3 technique, he's
They
still
got
too
to double him.
the quarterback.
Yeah.
He's still too far away. So by the
And-
time he beats that guy, he still got to go 3-4 yards to get to the quarterback. I like him at the nose.
Right.
That way
And then he draws more attention.
down too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that'll force them to double him up.
And the only
And then you
reason
got
why he's doing
one
it-
less guy covering Thibodeau, Burns, or Carter.
I mean,
But
you got to
see-
finish too. You got to tackle. We missed
That
20
too.
tackles.
But I think
Yeah.
the secondary, they're a liability right now because of Debo and Holland. You know, they kind of up and down. And then Phillips, he'll give you a couple good plays and then a couple bad plays. And
But
then
we know-
Flott, he kind of looks impressive. And then towards the end of the game, Flott kind of disappears. So, yeah, I think the secondary is really the problem on the defense. It's between the linebacker and the secondary group.
I'll say this. Out of the secondary though, every one of those guys in the 3 games that we've seen has made a play except for Holland, in my opinion.
Right.
'Cause
Holland
I've
has a
seen
really
him
showed up.
moving with the open field tackle. I've seen Phillips get an interception and come up in. I've seen the Debo make tackles.
Right.
Newman.
Yeah, Newman
Even
too.
Flott made some plays.
I have not seen. I saw the one tackle that Holland had, and then he had the guy's shoe in his hand and dialed up. That's the only
Right.
thing I've seen from
Yeah.
Holland so far.
And then
And
you got to think about all the money we paying those guys.
between the Debo and Holland, right?
Man, it's crazy. It's
But I
crazy because,
blame that on the coaching.
and then when you see Nubin in the box, Nubin plays good in the box. He actually
But
runs
hey,
like a third linebacker.
but H Town, where they playing Nubin though? Out
Yeah,
deep.
they keep. You're right. He
What
needs
we,
to
Yeah.
be
what
in
we
the
doing here?
box.
If I can see it, y'all can see it. Bowen can't see it.
It's
Nubin is
crazy.
not playing the same position that he played last year with Pinnock back there.
Right,
Holland is doing what Newman did last year. Just like when
right.
last year when Bobby O'Carrick, I'm sorry, Michael McFadden was doing what Bobby was doing with Wink. Like
You know, I
Shane
think I
Bowen
think
is
maybe
dogs, man.
look, I think with Bowen, another thing is he didn't expect for Micah to get hurt. And Micah elevated his game throughout the
Yeah.
whole preseason.
Yeah.
That dude looked like a whole different player. He was aggressive. He was filling the hole. He was getting to the quarterback. He was flying sideline to sideline. So it was helping Bobby O, and it was kind of helping the whole D line, right? So I think that's a key part that we're losing. I think we losing that part is really hurting what Bowen wants to really do. I mean, I'm trying to look for some excuses to help the guy keep his job because, in my opinion, he's trash. I mean, Wink would
Gonna be
have
no.
Wink would have this defense looking like NASCAR. You see what I'm saying? And every quarterback would have to get rid of the ball within 2 seconds.
We definitely got the personnel for Wink.
Okay, now I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't like to go beyond this week, but I'm going to. I'm going to do something I have never done on this show before. I'm going to go beyond this week, okay? And I got reasons. I got reasons for it. I don't know if you guys remember. I got a bet with a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh,
That we're gonna go 0-17. That's what he said. I said there's no way,
Nah, they winning one game at least.
no way in an Ice Cube inhale chance we're gonna go 0-17. Now, the reason why I bring this up, I still don't believe we're gonna go 0-17.
We might get to 3-3 if Dart shows something.
But I will, and there's no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say but because I negated everything I said. Oh, yeah, Billy's here. Yeah, now you show up, Billy. Every time we lose these last 3 weeks, he always come in my live or always come on a post. Hey, how about I just win this bet right now? How about we just call it right now? How about we just call it right now?
you are not winning this bet.
We still got 14 more opportunities.
Nah,
my
they definitely
question-
gonna win at least 2 or 3.
My question for
At the
y'all,
very least.
we got Chargers, Saints, Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, Niners, Bears, Packers, Lions, Patriots, Commanders, Vikings, Raiders, and Cowboys.
Raiders, Saints, and Bears, winnable games.
I'd say the Cowboys.
Man, I don't
have
have I don't have anybody a winnable game, man, until we prove it. I did that. I did that
Yeah, that's
before.
fair.
I learned my lesson.
I'm a week to week
man.
dude, so I know we're gonna beat the Chargers on Sunday. I'll stand on that.
Dash,
Well,
you gotta shout out Dash.
It's hard when you don't have film on the quarterback. So they don't have film on Dart. So that's definitely a plus for the Giants.
All right. Well, I hope with good quarterback play, that's all we need.
If he protects the ball and doesn't get hurt, man, because them linebackers are extremely fast. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Those linebackers and that safety they got, ooh man.
Oh,
That-
James, I totally forgot about him.
So what was the sneaky? So what was the what's the name on the over under on the legal man downfield?
He said
he
2.
said 2.
I said 2.
Oh,
I'll take the
okay,
under.
2.
I'll take
We
the
gonna
under.
get at least. I think I'm gonna say push because
Well,
we
put the
normally
under.
get about 2.5 each game.
Nah,
A
it's
legal
under.
man.
What's one thing that
so
you gotta
Sneaky,
have on?
speaking of
What's one thing you gotta have on a football team that we don't have?
What,
Discipline.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
So Sneaky, speaking of a bet, and this is part of the reason why I'm so frustrated, is because just this past week, I put my foot in my mouth and I made a bet with Clinton.
Oh,
And the bet was, like I said last week, Because if we lose, I gotta wear a Chiefs memorabilia or whatever.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
And so my post game live, I had to do it with a Chiefs shirt on. So whenever I look dumb as like I did last week, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Yeah.
I'm
So
mad at
that
you.
like
Where'd you
so
get the Chiefs shirt from?
I went to the store, Dad. I had to do the whole 9.
Yikes.
I
Hey,
had to do the whole 9, and this is
okay.
what I have to answer the questions for my son while I'm like it was bad, bro.
Okay,
My
but
pride.
let me just I hate to interrupt you, TP, but I want to tell you what I gotta do. Do you know what I gotta do?
If what?
Do you know what I gotta do? We go 0-17.
Yeah, but you ain't putting none on the line though. That ain't no. I ain't see you put your neck out
wait.
there yet.
Hold on. Let me tell you what I gotta do. I not only gotta get an Eagles jersey, I gotta get us some medium.
Shut
That's
the
crazy.
fucking front door.
Hold on. Let me stand up real quick.
You gonna wear that shirt around your neck?
That boy gonna have lines.
This is look. I don't Dash. You could back me up on this.
I can't wear medium either.
When I got clothes when I was a kid, I went to the Husky aisle. Husky,
big and tall.
And I thank you. And I gotta wear some medium if we don't win a game.
Yeah,
no, that shit gonna go up to the top of
But
Sneaky
see-
Belly. You know what I mean?
but see, Sneaky.
Hold my man chest. That's what it's gonna hold.
He ain't getting his head to the shirt, man. What you talking about?
Hey, don't
Yeah,
worry, you ain't
for
gonna lose the bet.
That
So,
collar
But see, Sneaky, I could see.
I don't think
I
we're
could
going
see.
0-17.
nah,
I don't
they ain't
Exactly.
going
You
on.
ain't gotta worry about that.
You ain't gotta
I
worry
could
about
see
that.
if you
Stevie.
made. I could see if you made the.
Guys, it's not that I don't think we can't.
It's not happening, man.
We can't.
It's not
That's what I'm
happening.
trying to get at here.
But see, I could see if you said something like, "Oh, we'll beat the Eagles once or whatever," but that bet ain't happening.
Nah, that bet ain't happening
We
at
beating
all.
the Eagles once.
Ooh, I like that.
But see, Dash,
like
I
that.
said that. I'm not saying that no more. I ain't
like
saying
that.
nothing.
Let's
no more.
go. Let's
I
go.
said that before.
I
That
seen
got me
in.
hyped now.
I'm
We
all
ain't
in.
losing. We good.
Yeah, nah, they ain't getting that from me no more. But hey, I get it because I said that too prior to the Chiefs game. I said we was beating the Eagles.
we got young Anakin Skywalker. Come on, man.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna talk about how
yeah,
Carl Banks called
yeah.
homie out? You
Yeah.
seen that, Dan?
Yeah.
You seen what Carl Banks called homie out?
Oh,
talking about Bobby Skinner?
wait. Pause. Pat, okay. I wanted to talk about this on the show. I had it on my notes and I didn't get to it. So we might have to extend the show just a little bit longer today. So there was an issue and Smooth. I got to give you a shout out, bro, because you brought it to my attention. So shout out to Carl Banks, right? Dash's guy, and shout out to Bobby Skinner, Giant Nation. Okay, shout out to them. Okay. Now the premise of the whole story was the post game interview with Madeline, Sean O'Hare, and him.
Mm-hmm.
They give this big spiel on the concept of the game and what we need to expect. And Sean O'Hare gave his speech, made a really good point. Carl Banks kind of, and I don't want to misquote him, so I'm just going to summarize. Carl Banks was like, "Yeah, but you know when you've been on the locker, when you've been in the team, and Carl Banks was on the early 80 teams of the Giants before they hit that mountaintop in 86 and 90, right? I mean, he was on that. He knows what it looks like when you see a team on the incline, and he's saying this team is on the incline." And then Sean O'Hare made a comment, and I forgive me, I can't recall what he said.
He said it's not a bad team. This is not a bad
team.
Yeah,
he said it's not.
Yeah. And then, but however, Bobby only showed what Sean O'Hare said.
Yeah,
he didn't show the full content of the story, right, of the whole post. And I hate it when we get into a conversation. You know, we want to, I don't, and when I mean we, I don't mean me, and I don't mean Dash, and I'm going to say, I don't mean anybody here. But when when a legend like say Carl Banks, I don't want to say goes after a content creator, but I mean corrects him. All he did, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. All he said was, don't show the clip, show the whole content,
So
show the whole conversation.
I got some background. on
Okay,
that.
go ahead.
Yesterday, Bobby Skinner did the show with Jordan Renan, right? And he was saying when he showed that clip, it wasn't even pointed at Carl Banks. It was about what Sean O'Hara said. And then Carl Banks obviously, took it, ran with it, and it became something else. But for me, I got no issues with Carl Banks doing what he did because again, that's Carl Banks. I do have an issue. Though with what Bob Papa said. And the way he threw his 2 cents in there about content creators and stuff like that, trying to pretty much
talking about as a fan.
Yeah, try to little bro us and all that other stuff. So and I didn't like that part. And then you guys can see the clip. It's all over the place now. But I didn't appreciate that. But no, I don't think they ever got a chance to talk after Bobby and Carl because it did seem like it was a misunderstanding. But Carl was hot. Carl was hot, man. I ain't seen him that mad, and I don't know if I ever seen him that mad actually. But yeah, man. I mean, it is what.
And to be fair, I'm gonna talk about Carl Banks. Look, I believe if a legend like a Carl Banks, Leonard Marshall, of course LT,
Tiki, all of them.
Anybody that wore the helmet, and I'll even say been in the big game, they have every validity, every right to say what they say. But you're right. Well, what Papa said, I didn't like too much because he said, "Is he in the locker room? Is he, is he on the field? Is he this? Okay, he's just a content creator." To say he's just a content creator, to be fair, Papa, we put a lot of time, a lot of love, a lot of heart in what we do, and I'll speak for everybody here. We love the New York Football Giants.
100%.
That's our
and
team.
not only that, I mean, it's just from your perspective. Everybody has a different perspective and sees the game from a different lens. And that's why teams are built, coaching staffs are built, because it just can't come from one perspective. It can't just come from one lens, seeing the game a certain way. So everybody collectively has their own opinions. But see, when it comes with Papa, and when it comes to old guy Paul, the old guy, them two, they're not with anybody who's given factual information or their opinion that seems negative towards them or the Giants.
Let's also call it what it is though too, because and I get this part of it. These guys pretty much went to broadcasting school. Been working for the New York Giants for so long.
He took the words right out of my mouth.
That's exactly what it is.
And they
That's
feel
his
a certain
dog, man.
way.
He gonna stand out there with his dog. That's his dog. That's all he doing was backing up his man.
Nah, he did actually. He was waiting for that.
He called him a fan in the pocket. He had to put him in it. Man, he just backing up his man. I ain't mad at it.
Nah, he threw some salt and pepper on that. Come on.
He could have been more.
You wasn't either. They talking about your man.
He could have been
put
more
no salt and pepper on it too.
He could have been more professional, man.
Nah, you could tell he been holding that. You could tell Papa been waiting to say that to somebody. And Bobby Skinner's one, just the way he said it. It was too quick. He said
him and old man Paul.
He's just a fan.
That way. They get that way when you say some stuff.
And remember, Carl Banks wasn't even going to take it there till Bob Papa took it there.
Yeah.
Bob Papa said, I like his platform. He's doing things. And Bob Papa just said, well, he's a fan, right?
He took off on him.
He said, does he talk to the players? Does he talk to the coaches? Is he at the podium? Is he at the meetings?
I mean, but
he's a fan, a content creator.
He could have went a different route, but it's not like he didn't stay facts. He did.
But listen, I seen Bob Papa doing a Bob Papa cooking show with wine and all that other stuff. He be content too.
Bro, I was on. Look,
hold on. I want to hear TP. You guys say something, man? Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say. I mean, as a content creator myself, like one of my little things is I stay out of other content creators' little beefs and all that. But I will say, I can't. That's why I kind of agree with my man's is like if you do come at mine, like one of my guys, that is an exception when I'm like, all right, well, nah, I ain't gonna just sit there and let that happen. We gonna talk. But I'll say this: if there's anything that I pulled out of that situation, is that just as a content creator, man, one thing that I gotta salute is Bobby Skinner's viewers, man. Like the way they step up for him and they speak for him. I think that's dope because he really didn't have to say too much in a response. You had a lot of people saying like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, let's chill on Bobby Skinner. Like he's official. We ain't gonna allow you to play on
Yeah.
his name like that." So I
Well,
will
not only
say
that,
that was
there
dope
was
to
a
me.
lot of that ain't cool, Pop. There was a lot of that. There was a lot of that ain't cool.
Especially
But
when I don't know, Sneaky. When you try active players, there's only a handful of people that can get active players on, and it's by the approval of Pat Hanlon. And Pat Hanlon done denied a few people, a few content creators,
Yeah.
access to players too. I know one for a fact because I was supposed to be part of the show, and they jumped in and said, "Nah, we can't do this," and that's crazy too because again, we would love to have access to these players. We would love to have them on the show. And some of these guys actually do watch these programs, man.
Yeah.
I had Jahad Ward reach out to me 2 years ago. Before like they're watching us, man. They're watching us, and I think we need a little bit more respect than just being called, you know,
Content
just
creators.
but
no, just putting just in front of
Just
anything.
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, one
Now
time
hold on, Dash. My
that
fault.
dude Paul, he had a live maybe like what was it like last week or something, and I had got off the road and I just I said, oh Paul, the old man, I said, oh, he doing a live. I just chimed in, so he doing his little thing, and then I had texted in the little comments, and I said yeah, at practice Dart had reps with the ones today. So he had read my comment. He was like, how do you know? He's like, were you there? He's like, I don't know how you could know this information because it was raining outside and they took it inside. And then we had to practice inside. And I had to respond to him. I said, man, you're not the only one with inside sources, Paul. Because I know some inside sources that gave me that information. So I
Hey,
was like, so you're not the only one with inside information.
he
And
didn't like that.
he didn't like that, and he was just kind of like rubbing, kind of putting me off and saying like, well, I don't know how Mr. H Town knows this information unless you were actually at the facility inside and boo boo boo. Boo. And I said, man, you're not the only guy with inside sources, Paul. That's all I said because
They all like
I didn't
that.
want to get ignorant with the old guy and all that
You
type of
know,
stuff.
Now I do want to say this. I do
go
want
ahead.
to add to what
And
Dash
I
was
got
saying,
next.
but because not only do the players listen, but those guys that you be listening to in the broadcast a lot of the times, these mainstream media people, they listen to these content creators who don't know nothing and all that. They listen to us too.
Oh yeah, he
So
wouldn't have brought it up. He brought it up because he seen it.
Yeah.
He listened
yeah,
to it.
What I want to say is this just shows right now. And first off, I want to say you're right, Dash. When someone says you're just
Anything, yeah.
that you got dismissed, right? Someone's dismissing you, and as a grown man, I don't like being dismissed. So, and I don't think Bobby likes to be dismissed. And you're right, Bobby is official. Giant Nation, he is official. And his peeps do ride with him. I respect Bobby a lot. I mean, but I also not a but I do respect Carl Banks. I respect what they do. But the bottom line, at the end of the day, the reason why people that work for the Giants are calling out content creators is because we're losing. It's the
Right.
beef back and forth because we're losing. When teams are winning,
Yeah.
they want to bring everybody on. They want to share this moment with everybody. But the reason why H Town, they said, well, how do you know this? And the reason why they're being defensive of everything we say and comments and sources that you may have is because we're 0-3. And we look
Man.
horrible
And
on the field.
I say this too though. The H Town's point though, they don't know who we talk to
No,
at the end of the day.
they don't. They don't.
Especially
nope,
somebody like Bob Papa. Like
nope.
I mean, I'll speak for myself. It's a bunch of beat writers that I talk to out, behind the scenes and stuff like that. Message back and forth.
man, look, the
So
guys I get
it
the
is what it
information
is.
from, they are in the locker room doing interviews with these people.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why he had to feel some kind of way And I'm just sitting there just saying, yeah, hey man, Dart has some run with the ones. He'll be starting soon because that's what I said. I said he would look for him to be starting soon. And then now look, he ready to start this game
Yeah.
coming up.
P. Dot been with the Giants over 40 years, man.
And he is stuck in his way. He is using a VCR at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Hold
Hey, that caught me off guard.
No, it's real though. That's
Oh,
real.
that
You know
caught
why?
me off
Look, check
guard.
this out, man. Look,
Wait,
like,
hold on, wait.
look, check
H-Town,
this out.
H-Town. I know
I've
you
been
old school. The way you said VC aura.
look. I'm
Put
being real though.
put an A
I'm in
after
my
the R.
40s. I'm in my 40s. I've been watching this team up and down. The reason why I'm a Giant fan is because I'm from Texas and I hate the Cowgirls. So I rode with LT because he was putting the Cowgirls on their head. I rode with the Niners at times because they were putting the Cowgirls on their head. That's why I like Ronnie Lott. That's why I like LT because they put the Cowgirls on their head. Here in Texas, Dallas is just the Pope. You see what I'm saying?
Wait.
And I
Are
don't
you are
understand
you
why.
in, are you in Dallas too?
Nah, I'm in H-Town.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
from
Well, I
Houston.
know. I figured, but
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
Yeah.
Now I got family
hey,
from Dallas though, and I got a
hit,
lot of family that are Dallas fans. And
hit me
for
up,
me to
man.
have to hear this every day of my life for the past 40 plus years, it's just you see what I'm saying. I'm against it. I'm not with it. The only teams that I don't ride for is like Philly, but I ride with Philly a little bit because of Saquon. That's about it. Quadzilla.
Nah, who? That sound like
Quadzilla.
Evil
intelligent.
And
Saquon.
hey,
Who?
I
That's
hate that
Saquon's
he
an op
went over
now.
there.
I
I
don't know.
hate
I
that
don't know
he
what you're talking
went,
about.
but that was the best thing to happen to the
He's
young
talking
man.
about Kevin Durant.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. That's right. Look,
Hey,
I'm
KD in
gonna
H
land it.
Town.
I'm gonna land it
I'm
on
not
this.
mad at
You
that.
can't
Hey,
beat him,
KD.
Jordan.
KD's a
You
Rocky.
know what?
That's a
You know what,
wrap for me
H-Town,
when it
you're right.
comes.
You
Yo.
can't be mad at that. But you know what? I am. Moving on.
Nah, I'm
Um,
mad that he went to
I'll,
the
I'll
Eagles,
say this.
but
I'll say
I
this, and
mean,
I'll end it with. Well, I mean, I don't mind talking about it a little more.
he was loyal to the Giants, man.
Look, until he lied to us, we
I
can talk about
Come
mean,
on
this.
now.
they didn't want to give him
Don't
no
don't
money,
start
bro.
this
No,
thing.
no.
I
Hold
don't
on,
want to
hold
hear
They
on,
that
didn't
hold
want
on.
to
bullshit.
give
You
him
know,
It
no
it
money,
wasn't about
bro.
the money. It
Hold
wasn't
on.
about
hey,
the money.
Can I
They
jump in
didn't
here real
want to
quick?
give him
He
the
ain't
hold
want
money,
to
on,
be
hold
there.
bro.
on.
So let me just jump in here real quick.
Okay,
By
hold
the
on,
way,
hold on.
hi
Go ahead.
Stefan. How have you been? I mean, it's
Hold
been
on.
so
Go ahead.
long.
Fredo.
I'll say
Okay,
it's been so long, Stefan. How you been?
he did not want to be a Giant player. Bottom
You wouldn't
line,
want to be
point
one either.
blank.
But
Point
like,
blank. Then why don't you just say that? Why don't you be honest? I
but
hate
Look,
to say this. I know you don't like
he
the Dallas
he
Cowboys.
would have if they
Hold
would
on,
have
H.
came to him with the proper money
Let me say this.
and
Hold on.
secured him. He would have
It
said,
ain't
"All
even
right,
about
let me
the
stay
money.
around."
His mind was
Saquon's a
made up,
It
bust.
ain't even
and there's
about the
We
nothing wrong
talking
with
money.
about
that.
this
His
again?
mind was made up.
all right,
Yeah,
There's
all right,
nothing
well, we
wrong
hold
have
with
on,
that.
to.
hold on.
We have to right
Hey,
now because he brought
brother.
it up.
There's
And
nothing
then,
wrong with that. That man's mind was made up. When you put out a highlight tape after they put the ESPN thing out without even thanking Giants fans, his mind was made up.
It
He
was
his
had to, he
mind,
had
made
to,
look,
he had to
up.
and, that,
go back
look,
He
and that's
played
and make
why,
something
ball
about
in
the
smooth,
Giants too.
Pennsylvania,
smooth.
and
That's
he was
why I
ready to
said
get
to
back
you,
there.
smooth. That's why I said to you in 2023, he was in a different mindset. He
Yeah, he
didn't
was
want to be
tired.
there.
Yeah, he was
When
tired,
they were
man.
gonna tag him, he was like, "Oh, you gonna tag me?
Yeah,
Okay."
it was a
He was
bad
gone.
situation.
He should have
And
took
then
the
he
pill
gonna
at the
lie to
bottom.
us, talk about I'm worried about my
There
legacy.
you go,
You know
Dash.
where I want to be. Yeah, you want to be not with the Giants.
He
And
had
he
two
made
opportunities
sure.
to take deals that he didn't want to take because he wanted to leave. And I ain't mad at it. Go get your money.
I ain't mad at
Hold
him
on.
either.
Let
But
me.
when you go
I
to
am.
Philly, it changes again. Like you can't. It is what it is.
He killed it. Honestly,
I
he
ain't mad at
killed
him
it.
either, but just be real about it. Don't be lying
Yeah,
to
just be
fans
I
honest.
about
am.
I'm
He a
worried about my
bust.
He
legacy.
was supposed
In
to retire a Giant. That's
in
facts. He
in
That's
my
chose
facts.
to
Nah.
go to better his career. Can't be mad at that.
in my mind though, I going back to Saquon, like I think the ultimate reason why he left is like the Giants already had the franchise tag on him, like, and then you just had this like 1 year deal to avoid the arbitration. Like here he is thinking, like here he is at the time thinking that they were gonna like guarantee him more money because like I don't even know how much they were guaranteeing him for like the first year, but like ultimately he took $5 million less going to the Eagles.
Yes.
About to say because they guaranteed him more money for the first year. Like the Giants, like they didn't want to do that. But he was hoping that freaking Joe Sheen would like be able
Guarantee
to
him.
supplement him with that. The fact
Right.
that he wants to stay here, but like how much he really mean to me, like in that first year of the new contract if you want to like go with it.
But the 22 season during the bye. Now I'll tell you what, I got peeps too, and there's it's conflicting information, either 14 mil or 13.5 per year. Okay, and it was 25 guaranteed. Now, I mean, that we could debate that, and he turned it down. And then, of course, the offer got significantly less after that. And what did he get with the Eagles? He got 26 mil guaranteed. $1 million difference. Of course, now they extended him. He got more money now.
Yeah, more money now. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't know if that was the conversation after the fact. Like, hey, man, you sign this, we'll take care of you after this year. You know, but the bottom line is he did not want to be a Giant. He did not. I mean, Dallas fans or Philly fans, whoever, they can say thank you for Barkley all they want. Bottom line, he didn't want to be the Joe Schoen could have screwed him and had another year on the tag.
Yeah, he could have tagged him.
Yeah,
Easy.
sure.
I would have tagged him and then traded him.
But the problem is, and this is what people fail to realize, and I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence if you do realize this. They offered him 3 times in 2022. And when he said no, we had to go to plan B. That is why we signed Daniel Jones at the final hour of the
he was getting tagged.
He would have got tagged if
Daniel Jones would have been the one tagged. Yeah.
Yes.
He should have took the 5th-year option off the board when he came in. He should have left the 5th-year option on the board. You wouldn't have to worry about none of that.
But
they want him to prove it. They want him because he didn't show anything.
Before we can even blame Daboll for Daniel Jones, they didn't expect him to play well in 2022. That's what it was. That's why they didn't pick up the 5th-year option. They didn't have any hope for him. They saw Garrett Jones, and that was it.
Garrett Jones.
Yeah.
So his name might as well be Garrett now. Like now that he's 0-3 in Indianapolis, I'm happy for him. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm really happy for him. Like not only the fact that he that me and him share a birthday, but like he's actually playing some decent football like over in Indianapolis. It's like in the process, it feels like he's turning around the team that's over in Indiana right now. I mean,
I hate to think about 20 minutes short of shy of that argument.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'll tell you what, man, it's really good to see you. Thanks for coming on. I'm sorry I saw you late.
It's all good.
But go ahead, man. I'll give you your final thoughts, and then because I gotta close the show down. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. Like I said, I mean, I was at the game Sunday night. It was actually a really nice environment. Getting a couple of light bands. This is actually our souvenir cup this year. In case you were did not see it. Oop. This is go big blue right there. Got the schedule. I mean, God knows how we're gonna do this year. So that's it. That's it.
Nice cup.
And yeah, no, I mean, if anything, that's like the one thing I'll do. Like, go to an event, get a souvenir cup if they had it. You just get a drink with it. That's it. But ultimately, I'm happy that Jackson Dart's starting. It's just going to be something else that is going to be like skeptical at first for many people. I agree, but like the time for Russell Wilson is like come and gone. Like way before he joined. I mean, I will admit he had a good week too against the Cowboys, but oh my God. My thought about like the staff here is that like coordinators' jobs are on the freaking line. Sorry for the swearing, but yeah, no. After the 0-3 that we've had so far, they're literally on the line. People are wanting Shane Bowen gone. I've been wanting Mike Kafka gone. Like not many people are saying they want Kafka gone. I just got to say that right now. I mean, many people are saying Daboll should go as well. I'm not with that. I still believe in him. Call me crazy if you want to, but if they're gonna like fire the coordinators at the end of the season, I would say let Joe Schoen handle that himself. Don't even let Daboll go into his like thoughts about each candidate and stuff. I mean, it seems kind of wacky, like I said, but Shane's got to do this thing himself. It feels like that's really good shit though.
Yeah, man. Well, let me hear it one time, bro.
I'll say, Steven, good to see you. Let's just hope for a better season. Shout out to Malik. And let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate you, fam.
All right, bro.
Jalen, I know you didn't say much this time. I don't know if your dad is still in the. No, he dipped out. Give me your final thoughts. You got 30 seconds. What you got?
All right. Well, it's just demoralizing knowing that we're 0-3 for like the second time within the last like few years. I honestly, I kind of wish I could like buy your guys' optimism. Like seriously, it's like I want to believe that we're gonna beat the Chargers, but Like, I don't know how you can. Like, I just don't know. I mean, I'm hoping for a win because that would be pretty awesome for Dart's first start. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. Plus, well, I think, you know what? I'm going to table any Chargers talk that I have for Thursday.
That'll work. That'll work. Let me hear one time.
All right. Love you, Sneaky. Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Daryl, what you got, man?
I believe we're going to win this game this week.
I love it.
I'm just going to go ahead and start off by saying that. Only because of what Dash said, you know, that Jackson Dart can do all the stuff that Russell Wilson can't do. And I don't think they're going to hold back the play calling this week. But wait and see. Wait and see. This team has no discipline. The penalties beat this team every day. I mean, every weekend. The penalties. Yeah, I'm with Jalen. I'm just going to save what I got until Thursday. Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. H-Town, what you got, man? Wait, first off, I know you've seen this show a couple times.
Yeah.
So you know what the deal is right now. So I don't have to explain nothing to you. You
Yeah,
may
we ready
seem
to
to be
rock and roll.
you
know,
seem to be new to the show, but you already know what the deal is. Go ahead, man.
You know, I got on your show because, you know, I was watching, you know, Big Dash before he started even doing his content. You know what I mean? I'm Tommy. You remember? Yeah, see? Yeah, he laughs, Tommy. Yeah, I'm Tommy. So
Yeah.
I used to rock with Dash before, you know, he even really started. I remember I used to tell Dash, man, you need to start going live, man. You need to start going live.
That's
And
fact.
so he was on your show. So that's when I started watching y'all's show because I seen that he was up here. But my take on everything is situational awareness on all levels. You know, can we play complementary football? Special teams, offense, and defense. Is that possible? Darth Vader has a long career ahead of him. He has a chance to, you know, kind of shock the world, especially with the so-called Daboll guru and Kafka. But do I expect it? Nah. Will I be surprised if they take a win? I won't be too surprised because, you know, it's a nice little D-line we got. The all line's playing better. And when you don't have film on a young quarterback, you know, he kind of gets the best of a defense. But it's a steep hill. It's a mountain that needs to be climbed. And hopefully we could lean on the defense with a better secondary play and better play calling with Bowen, because I believe offensively they're going to show us a lot more than we haven't seen. So with all that, man, Giants time, Darth Vader, the world is yours. Giants, let's get it. See y'all later.
Okay, hold on. It's let's go Giants. Ow.
Let's go Giants. Oh.
I'll take that. I appreciate you, man. Be good. Thanks for coming on, man. Hope to see you Thursday. Keith, what you got, man?
Okay, man. Hey, good show, man. Hey, shout out to y'all that got sources telling y'all about the Giants. Hey, let me tell you something. Don't let me get no sources because I'm spilling all the tea. It's up for the Giants. You hear me? I ain't know y'all had sources. Don't let me get sources, especially Jordan Renan. I'm spilling the tea.
Look, all I gotta say, look, doing what we do, right? You do get privy to some information, and it's how you present the information. I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna say nothing. All I'm gonna say is, you got the final minute. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
I'm just letting them know. Hey, give me the source. I'm dropping dimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know. Give me a chopped cheese and a Coke in the interrogation room. I'm telling everybody. So if you want to keep your job, don't talk to Keith. I'm just letting you know. Okay. That's all I got to say. Hey, let's go Giants. Ow!
That's what I'm talking about. He said, "Don't tell me nothing."
At least he let
Nothing.
at least he let you know.
Yo, Smooth, what you got, man?
Winning cures all, man. Winning cures all. And I'm gonna stand on it. I think we're gonna win Sunday. We're gonna go 1-3.
Love it. I love it.
And that's it, man. Simple as that. Winning cures all. Let's go, Giants. Out.
We gonna shock the world,
That's a
baby.
great beard too, man. Great beard.
Right? I'm a little mad. Matter of fact, you might need to change that if we come on the show again, Smooth. I don't know. There can only be one. There can only be one. Anyway, Dash. Let me say
sir.
something. Yeah, it you know, I'll be honest. I don't know how I found you or TP. I know I found you on YouTube, and then of course I immediately went to Instagram, and with TP, I know I saw you on Instagram, and I'm so glad you guys came on. I'm glad you guys come on the show.
I appreciate you, man.
You know,
Likewise, man. Likewise.
I love these debates. You know what I'm saying? I love these conversations. I mean, this is what brings the community together, and I love the fact that, you know, whatever people you bring, Dash or TP or me, they get to see all of us.
Yep.
They get to see Keefe. They get to see H-Town, Jalen, Daryl, other Giant fans. But I do got a question before I wrap this up. On TikTok, where the hell all these Giant fans come from?
I don't know.
I know I'm not the only
I
one.
have no idea.
I know I'm not the only one.
It's a couple of them. It's a couple of them, though.
I'm like, damn, where you been at? But I hope, and you'll see me. You'll see me in the comment section. We need to be friends. You'll see me in the comment section, and then I hey, come on the show. Come on the show. Dash, go ahead, man. What's your final word?
Yeah, man. First off, before the news today, I put out a tweet asking if it was time for Dart, and then like 30 minutes later, we found out that Dart was going to be actually starting. So, for me, it went from where's this season going to okay, well, this is what we've been waiting to see. Let's see where this team is going. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy there's another small type of just some new energy for Giants fans, something to look forward to. Hoping that Dart looks good moving forward. But that, you know, at the end of the day, it's about respect. I said that from the beginning. The New York Giants got to get their respect back. Felt like we got a little bit of respect back in a Dallas game when we were able to put up all those points, and then we watch it all come crashing down on Sunday Night Football in front of America. But outside of that, man, I'm excited about Dart this week. Can't wait to see what happens. I'm not expecting a win, but I'm absolutely saying that the New York Giants are going to win because that's just where I'm at, and I bleed blue. As far as the not social media, but content creation and stuff like that, man, I appreciate you for inviting me to the platform all the time. I appreciate the love and support from everybody. And hopefully I reciprocate that to you guys as well, and you guys feel that love and respect. Just back to you guys as well. Sneaky, again, I'm still chasing your background, man. I'm chasing your background. I told you that. That your background, is inspiration for my background. I don't know if you remember what my background used to look like, but it looked nothing. I saw yours. I said I got to get something similar to what my man Sneaky G is doing. And then also, man, TP, man, I just want to say I appreciate your consistency. I appreciate you putting out all that good work, nonstop. I appreciate the NFCE shows that you do. I'm tuning in for those too. Breath of fresh air. And I'll say this, for us, and you know what I mean when I say us. So I've watched before social media, before I started my own YouTube channel. I watched a lot of Giants content creators, and I only saw a few of them. It wasn't until I, started my own that I started seeing other New York Giants content creators. And I'm saying for us, we got to stick together. We got to show each other love, and we got to grow this community the right way because nobody else is looking out for us but us. So that's it, man.
If I'm on that work, I'll play the Funk Flex Bomb after that, man. Yeah.
We
And
got
you
to
already
stick
know, man. I
together, man.
appreciate that. Yes,
Listen,
sir.
other people stick together. We got to stick together, and I'm
Of
for everybody
course.
at the end of the day. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely for us too, man. So I appreciate the
That's a
love and support
fact.
always. And listen, if we all stay consistent, we all gonna be at the top at some point in time. And
We will all be at the table eating.
That's a fact. That's a
Oh.
fact. You guys are doing. I see you, Sneaky. You doing your thing. You guys see the watch. I saw the watch and all that. I see you. I see you doing your thing, Sneaky. I see you doing your thing.
Hey, you like it?
Yeah, I like it. It was nice.
I got it on
I
too.
see it on. I saw. That's what I'm saying. I see it on. I see it. Well, it's a funny joke that a lot of people say. I used to pop up everywhere, right in the comment sections, out of the blue. I see everything. I just let everybody. I see everything. But no, I appreciate the love and support. I'm getting a little bit wordy, man. Thank you for having me on the show. And yeah, we're gonna keep doing the damn thing, like you say. Keep doing the damn thing.
Keep doing the damn thing.
But let's go, Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. TP, what you got?
Yes, sir.
What you got?
Look, man, I'm just mad right now. You know, maybe you know, after a win or two, I'll get back to myself. But you know, this team really, you know, frustrating me, and I think that I'm just at a point now, man, where I'm done finding reasons, you know, to be optimistic. I'm at a point now where they're just gonna have to show me everything from here on out. I'm done saying what games we're gonna win and things like that. They're gonna have to show me everything because I was on a complete opposite side of things, man, at one point in time. And I just felt like as Giant fans, man, we've gotten just big smacks in the face, man, the product that we've seen on this field. So again, maybe that will change, you know, and I'm always going to hope for a win. That will never stop. But I'm mad right now. So look, let's be moving on to the Chargers. Let's see what's what, man. Go Jackson Dart. You know, anybody who is the QB1, I'm gonna stand behind and root for, and that's what it is. So on that note, do not forget to subscribe to me at TP Wade the Giant. Let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. We got a new era. We got a new rookie, a new quarterback. Luckily for Dart, he's not following behind a Hall of Famer. Luckily for Dart, he gets to make his own path. I'm excited for this future journey with Dart. I'm like everybody else. Let's see where this takes us. And I heard of a story about him that kind of shows the huevos that Jackson Dart has. And that story goes, you know, he has Eli's number. Eli said, hey, call me if you need me for anything. And apparently Dart called him up one night and was like, hey, can you get me in the 5 Seasons? Eli was like, no. I know I'm probably saying the wrong restaurant, but it's one of those high-end restaurants that's hard to get a reservation. And we all know Eli can eat anywhere he wants in New York and in Jersey. Hell, if he comes to Dallas and hits me up, we going to Sullivan's Barbecue. Yeah, that's a shout out. The reason why I bring that up is if he has the stones to ask Eli a question about getting a reservation and not about football, y'all have to talk about his priorities. I mean, I can understand that concern, but I like the fact that he had the stones to ask Eli for a good place to eat. Thursday, we will talk about the Chargers. Thursday, we will talk about what we need to do. Key wins, key points. And we might even sing Kumbaya and pray for a win. But I want to thank everybody that came on the show today. Today, I had an awesome problem. And that problem was to try to fit everybody on the show. I didn't get to everybody. My apologies. But I want to thank you those that came on and tried to get on. I will always try and do better. I want to thank everybody that allowed me to be on your laptop, phone, iPad, whatever, to enter your world. I thank you for that. Noggin, shout out. Appreciate the chrome hat. Brings out my eyes. Foco, call me. And yeah, go to Moody's Watches. That's MODDYS Custom Watches. Tell them Sneaky sent you. They ain't gonna charge you double. And they didn't pay me to say that. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I too see that we're gonna be beating the Chargers. I ain't got nothing to lose at this time. All I got is I'm gonna be wearing some medium shirt or jersey. I ain't got nothing to lose. Keep your damn hands to yourself and make somebody smile. Until then, let's go Giants. Ow!
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. Sneaky.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants.